Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning to everybody. It's time for war. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. My name is James Reyes. I am the box office artist. We are going to be drawing, thanks to you. You guys voted. And we are going to draw God of War Ragnarok today. And we have been having a lot of fun. This is the 7th day. We've been going about a week strong. Good morning, Michael. Good morning to everybody in the chat. Angel Bob's back. Damn it. Vinicius, Sumit. I can't see your name. I'm not allowed. You. Bayou. Hello, everyone in the chat. SS Style. Good morning to everybody. Okay, so we're not going to waste any time. We're going to get right into the drawing here. And I'm going to need your help, guys. I'm going to need your help. So you guys voted. For this drawing. I put a poll up on the community tab yesterday. I put a poll up, and the poll was about One Piece. I had, what else did I have? I had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I had God of War Ragnarok. All of which were suggested by you in our previous streams, and then I had you vote. Okay. Now again, that does not mean I'm not going to do those other ones in the future. Hey, I might even do them this week, for all I know. But this is what won. So I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best to give the game justice. Though I will need your help, and I don't know how many of you guys actually played this game, if you played this game or not. But I personally have not played this game. And I'll be honest, I haven't played the earlier games either. Now, I have watched a bunch of walkthroughs yesterday, so I am familiar. But I will ask your help in terms of who should be in this particular piece here. Okay, so the given, of course, is Kratos, and then of course Atreus. Okay, so those are the two that, of course, guaranteed should be in here. So I'm going to ask you guys, after I draw Kratos and Atreus, which are going to be the first two I draw here, who else should be in this piece? Now, we know in Ragnarok, there's Thor, of course, and maybe Odin, I'm thinking. Maybe Odin. Yeah, Thor and Odin. Freya, yeah, for sure. SS Style, Freya, for sure. And I don't know who else. Like I usually like to do 6 characters whenever we do these streams, because I would like to finish everything in. I definitely want to finish everything in 2 days. Is the line art. I would like to finish the line art in 2 days. So I'm gonna ask you guys, okay? I'm gonna ask you guys, because the World Serpent would be awesome in there. Maybe. So you guys, this is why you guys are here. You guys are here. Well, first of all, just to have fun. We're gonna have a great time today. You guys are gonna help me. You guys are gonna help me in terms of, and I'm having Atreus hold a bow and arrow here. I think. So I'm trying to figure out. Then this is the one part here. Like I didn't come in here with a layout already. I'm just going to actually just sit here and kind of figure it out. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Now I do have a personal connection. First of all, shout out to my brother from another mother, to Mr. Andy Park. Andy Park, the original character designer for of God of War, the earlier games. Now one of the lead dudes at Marvel. Taking some names at Marvel. I had dinner with him when last time I was in California a couple months ago, or lunch. We had lunch together a couple months ago. Wonderful guy, wonderful guy. So, trace there. And then, yeah, I kind of like that. It's not too bad. But part of me even thinks maybe he should be a little bit higher. Maybe put the head higher a little bit. So shout out to Andy Park. Also, thank you, Michael. Michael says, looking good already. Also, Christopher Judge, who is the voice of Kratos. I'm extremely familiar with Christopher Judge because a lot of you don't know. I used to work on a series that he was an actor in. It's called Stargate. Have you guys ever heard of Stargate? Back in the day, it ran for like forever, 10 seasons. That was my very first visual effects job. Was Stargate. So I'm a bigger fan. Me personally, I'm a bigger fan of Christopher Judge than of God of War. I'm definitely a bigger Christopher Judge fan. And I'll tell you that story about when I went to go work for Stargate. That was my very first, the very first job I had out of after I went to college again. For all those who don't know, I went to college twice. I took technical illustration, and then I took computer animation later on. The Real Me says, you're the one of the first YouTubers I subscribe to. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that, my friend. I appreciate that. And we're having a lot of fun here in the mornings. I'm telling you guys, this makes me excited. Like, it's a Monday, and I got up early, and I was super excited. Even though I was a little bit late. You know why I was a little bit late this morning? I couldn't find tape. I'm out of tape. I needed tape to, I need tape to tape the boards together. So I'm drawing on two 11x17 comic boards right now. I'm thinking the head should be slightly turned here. So the head should be like he would be looking up. But again, I'm all over the place. Yeah. So I didn't. What's it called? So Christopher Judge, he played a character called Teal'c. Teal'c. He was like an alien on Stargate, and well, everyone was an alien on Stargate because there's so many different worlds. But I was a big fan. He has the best voice. He's got the best voice, you know. So that is my connection with God of War, is Teal'c. And I almost got to meet him, almost. But we'll see. Hello, Bob. Bob's here. Muzia's here. Edward's him. Yes. So this is Atreus down here, and this is of course Kratos up here already. Yeah. So he's got the best. I want a voice like that, guys. I want a voice like that. Wouldn't it be great? Just to walk around. Hey. Hello. I'm drawing God of War, Ragnarok. God of War, Ragnarok. So I'm also out of paper, guys. I almost didn't stream today because I thought I had no more paper. Yeah, Copy Bob misses SG1. I love SG1. SG1 ran for 10 seasons. Now, when I got my job, okay, you know what? That'd be a good thing to start off with, guys. You don't know everything, boy. You don't know everything, boy. Hey, everyone. Hello. It is me, the box office artist. I am the box office artist. Let me guys tell you how I got that job on Stargate. Okay, so and this would be a nice story for all of you guys who are interested in getting into art as a career. Okay, getting into art as a career. For those of you interested in getting to art as a career, as you guys know, I worked in comic books for a good 6 years. Comic book for 6 years. I was working, and then I mentioned this yesterday. So working in comic books for 6 years, and it came to a point where I was working on 3 titles at the same time. Okay, because I couldn't say no. Okay. And I talked about that story yesterday. So my wife comes up to me and she goes to me, James, are you happy? And I'm like, hey, I'm working at comics. I'm working. I finally got some job at comics. Yeah, I'm happy. And then she goes, well, I'm not. I'm not. She goes, well, and the reason why, and she had every right not to be happy, because even though I was working at home, I'm not really home, as we say, right? I'm not really home. Like I was, well, when I'm home, I'm locked up in my room, and I had to work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And that was the life of a comic book artist. I had to do that. I had no choice. Because I had to get those books out. And she was like, couldn't we find a job where you could leave work at work and come home and be a dad? Is there any way we could do that? So, you know what? I decided, you know, for the sake of my family, okay, maybe there was. So I decided to apply for computer animation at Sheridan College. At Sheridan College here in Toronto. And again, back in the day, I'd say early 2000s, it was a big thing if you got into computer animation back in the day. But then again, I was working professional, so it was pretty much a given I was going to get into computer animation. So, you know, the story has a couple of folds to it. So maybe I'll let's talk about school first. A lot of you guys are interested in going to art school, right? A lot of you guys are interested in going to art school. So, you know, when you go to art school, like you have the guys that, you have two types of students. Or I'll put them into three categories here. I got three categories here. You have the student, like myself, working professionals. And then everyone's like, why are you here? Like, you already have a job, right? Or like, why are you here? And then secondly, you have the ones that are like, you know, they were fresh out of, you had to finish a college course before going into this program. And then they were just like the extremely, extremely talented students, right? So talented that you're like, you know, sometimes when you go to take a college course, you know who's going to get the job already and who won't, right? So you had those people. And then you have those people that were talented, but were lazy. Okay, you could just tell, like they were they were okay, but they were also lazy at the same time. Okay, so you go throughout your college career, it was just a 1-year course, and you just knew who was going to get the jobs, and who wasn't going to get a job. So in that course we had to. We had to make a final film, and I mentioned this earlier. We had to make we had a lot of assignments the first semester. Second semester, we spent the whole semester making a short film for ourselves, a fully animated short film. Elijah says, my dad says that's me. I'm not sure which one that I said was you. I assume it's the one that everyone thinks is going to get a job, my friend. Can I include Kratos' wife above them? Well, didn't she pass away for the past couple games? Like, I guess I could, like this ephemeral thing above, but we'll see. Let's one step at a time. One step at a time. You know, looking at now, maybe I should make him looking down as opposed to looking up. That's what I'm thinking about. But anyway, so. I'll talk. I have a lot of school stories when I was at school, and I'll talk about that later on. But I wanted to get why. Yeah, she wasn't really in this game, so maybe not for this one. So we had our final film, and then we played it in front of everybody. Like, we had the showcase. And again, when I talked about yesterday how school can sometimes give you opportunities that aren't there, because, you know, school, what's it called? A lot of companies, video game companies and film companies, of course, they're interested in the students. So they were all invited to the student showcase, where we all played all of our films before, in front of them, like before them. Yeah, Frida and Thor will be here, Bob, for sure. So we played our films, and let me tell you why. because it's cheap labor if you think about it. Because we all know juniors out of school, they're paid a fraction of what like seniors are, right? They're paid a fraction, and then of course they want to build, and they're hoping that you'll sign on to their company, and then they can build you up, and hopefully you'll be there for years. And there's a difference between working in comics and gaming, or comics. Difference between working in film as a visual effects artist and in gaming. And the biggest difference is when you're working in film as a VFX artist in film, it's very contracty, as I like to say. It's very contracty. So you would go from job to job to job. So you would sign like 3-month contracts. You usually start off with like a 3 to 6 month contract, and then you would sign maybe a longer one, like maybe a year. To work in film and have like a full-time job, like an actual full-time job with benefits, it's very rare. It's very rare. It's possible. There are some, and I actually got one in my later stage of my career, but it's very rare in film to have like a full-time job. That in video games, though, that's different. Video games, you have people working there for like 10 years sometimes. So there were a bunch of video game companies there and all of that. So out of college, I got 2 offers, 2 substantial offers. Like I had a whole bunch of interviews with different companies after college, and then 2 companies intrigued me the most. Number 1, there was a company that there was actually under Sheridan College below. Nobody knew about this. I had no idea they were there. But there was an actual visual effects company in Sheridan College. And they were hidden away, and nobody knew about it. Nobody knew they were there. And I had an interview with them, and they were working on a children's show, called Backyardigans. Have any of you guys heard of a show called Backyardigans? Have you ever heard of the show? Your backyard friends, the Backyardigans. Any of you heard of that show? It's a kid show. I'm not sure. I think it's only in Canada. But let me zoom in a little bit on Kratos here, by the way, for you. I want to make sure that you guys can see what's going on. Let me just zoom in. It's Kratos Bubby. Hey, Kratos, don't punch me in the head. Don't. Ow! 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 Whoops, other way. Ow! 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 Okay, sorry. There you go. So I had a really good interview with them, and then they offered me a job. I'm experimenting with the head now, guys. I'm just trying to see if it looks better looking down than up. I'm just saying, if it looks better looking down, I'll go with down. If it's better looking up, I'll make it up. But they offered me a 6-month contract to actually do a job I wasn't very familiar with. They wanted me to be like a rendering guy. Okay, so without getting to the specifics, but it was a job I actually wasn't too familiar with, but they offered it to me. They offered that job to me, and pretty good pay for a beginner anyway. And it's called. The biggest thing about it was I didn't have to leave home. Like I have a house at this point because I'm married. My oldest daughter was here with me, so I just had the one child at the time, and think if that's better. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to think if I like him looking the head down instead of up better. Kratosy. Do I look down better? Yeah. It's not bad. It's not bad. Let me ask you in the chat here. Do you prefer him looking straight at us or like up? Let me ask you in the chat. It doesn't mean I'm going to follow what you say in the chat. But anyway. On to the story. So that was a job offer I had. And then, this is good. Okay, you likes it. Him looking straight at us. Yeah, this is better? Okay, this is better. Okay, good. Okay, let's go with that. Two. Oh no, same same guy. From the same guy. It looks better now. I like it better now. Now, okay. Thank you, Mike. I trust Michael. I trust you too. Yeah, looking down. Comic likes Bob likes up and away. People are saying better. Okay, well, I'll just keep it this way. It's simpler for me. But so I got that job. I got that job offer. But then I also got a job offer from MGM, and they offered me to go to Vancouver. Okay, and just to show you the difference of where I live, I live in Toronto, Canada. Okay, Vancouver is like across the country. So think about it this way. Just say I was living, for those in the States, just say I was living in New York, and then the job offer was in California. That's how far it was. Okay, so I got offered a job. That looks more. He looks more Kratos-y. He looks more Kratos-y there. There you go. That's very Kratos-y. He's looking Kratos-y. So I flew for a job interview I flew for a job interview in Vancouver. Had a great interview there. The supervisor there, his name's Chris. What a wonderful guy, and we hit it off. And then we he gave me a really good offer. Actually, a little bit more for somebody who a better offer than someone who just came straight out of college, like they didn't have any working experience. But because I had working experience, he offered me a bit more than what the average. So I'll leave it. Hey, look at that! We're friends here, right? I'll actually tell you how much I make. How about that? Okay, I don't care at this point. So usually a visual effects artist, when you get out of school and you start as a junior at a visual effects company in Canada, and then we're talking Canadian dollars here, okay, guys? So it's probably the same in the States because of the living expenses are so much, or a little bit different. But in terms of how much I made, so the average visual effects artist, when they get out of school, and it could have changed by now, like it's been a few years, but the average visual effects artist, what they make out of school is usually around, I would say, about $45,000 a year. $45,000 a year. So whatever that would translate to a month, right? So $45,000 a year Canadian, around there, $40,000 to $45,000 a year Canadian, to start, and that could build to over six figures depending on what your job is. So I was offered a little bit more than that. I was offered, I think it was like 50,000 or so, 55, something like that. Or no, I think it was like 52, if I'm not mistaken. So like 52 to 55, something like that. So it was a good offer. It was a good offer to start. So, so I was in a dilemma because with that came a couple of questions, right? So first of all, did I want to leave home? Because I owned a home in Toronto, Canada. I owned a house. Okay. Hello, Andrew. I owned a house. Of course, all my family is in Toronto. Like my parents are here, my sisters are here, right? My wife's family is here. My wife had a great job here in Canada, or here in Toronto. She had a wonderful job here in Toronto. So it would be a lot of headache for us to move cross country to Vancouver. Now, if I took the backyardigans job, then I didn't have to do anything. Don't have to move. Don't have to do nothing. Just go show up for work. And that's it. It was the way simpler way to go to take the backyardigans job. But so then it came down to what did I want to do in my career? And I sat down and talked to my friend Dennis Calantes. My friend Dennis, he's actually an executive producer. Is he still an executive producer? But he's a big guy at Ubisoft right now. He's a very he's a suit at Ubisoft right now. He used to be the animation director. And I'm going to tell you guys the story one day of how I messed up my job at Ubisoft. I totally messed up my job at Ubisoft. I'll tell you guys that story one of these days. But he said to me, it's all about what you want to do, he told me. If I wanted to work in film, or video games, right? Or children. Do I want to work in children's shows, or do I want to work in like movies, right? So he said you could work on, just take the job in Toronto now and just work on your portfolio at home. That's what he told me. Or, if you want to make that effort, the experience, it'd be worth it. And after a lot of soul searching, I decided, look, I got a better opportunity for the future. I had a better opportunity for a future if I decided to take the job in Vancouver. So, my wife and I, we made that decision. We're going to sell our house. We're going to move cross country to Vancouver so I could work on Stargate. On Stargate, starring Christopher Judge. Christopher Judge, star of Stargate. So I worked on the 2 directed DVD movies for Stargate. It's called Stargate Arc of Truth and Stargate Continuum. So I worked on those 2 movies. It was directed DVD movies. But while I was working, I actually binge-watched the entire, all 10 seasons and all of what was out of Atlantis. Like, we were working on Stargate Atlantis at the time. And then, I was working on some fluid dynamics, okay? So, this might be a little hard for you guys to understand. But I was in that job, they got us to do everything. So I was modeling, I was texturing, I was doing concept design. Like, there was a whole bunch of, they gave me a whole bunch of things to do when I was over there. And the one thing I had to do was, this fluid cloth dynamics. So to make cloth work in the computer, it's actually very hard. And then there was a lot of downtime. And when I say downtime, it's like I have to hit render on the computer so I could see what the simulation looked like. So you hit render, and then you're literally waiting there. You're waiting there for sometimes 20 minutes to 30 minutes for these renders to finish. So I had friends there that while they were rendering, they were reading a book. They were doing a lot of reading while they were rendering. Just to kind of kill the time because you had to wait. And then Art Dad, of course, the daily donation. Art Dad, my friend. Every single day, my friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, my friend. Amazing game. Hopefully I do it justice, my friend. So, cloth is crazy hard for sure, Bob, right? So, I decided, instead of reading while I was waiting for the cloth simulation, I was going to draw. And I decided to draw this giant Stargate piece. So I did this big Stargate piece. And in fact, guys, if you Google box office artist Stargate, you'll see the piece that I did. Okay? You'll see the piece that I did. And I worked on that during the simulations. And then after that, I turned into the complete fanboy. You see, because after the season wrapped of Stargate, we had a crew party. So they invited all of us, okay, all visual effects artists, everyone who worked on the show, costume designer, everybody, to this big end of the season wrap-up party. And there, all the actors were there. So me, Mr. Fanboy, I took the drawing, the original art of the drawing, and I brought it with me. To get it signed by all of the actors that were on the show. So my supervisor, Christopher, and again a huge shout out to my friend Christopher. He it's always hard when you're new to a new job and you're learning the ropes of how this business works, and he took he really helped me out a lot. So I have no idea what he's doing now, but he had an extremely hard job. Christopher, he kind of looks like Bill Burr. Now I'm thinking about it from what I remember. He looks a lot like Bill Burr. Bald goatee, white dude, but really, really nice guy. Him and his wife, they were really, really nice. But he brought me around to all the actors, and I felt like I was at this crew party, and I felt like such a nerd. Have you ever had that feeling, guys, where you just feel like a nerd? And I was just walking around with this big drawing, and he's introducing me to all these highfalutin actors, and I'm like, "Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Can you sign my drawing? Hi, sir. Hello, sir. Please sign my drawings, please. I'm a big fan." So I met all of them there, and Amanda Tapping, who you guys, Amanda Tapping, she played a character there named Samantha Carter. So in the original Stargate series, she's like the lead actress in the Stargate series. I went up to her, and then she's like, "This is great. So you want me to sign myself?" I'm like, "Huh?" And then she signs over her face. She signed over. I had a place where they all should sign. She signed over her face on the original art, and I'm here like, thanks. Thank you very much. Miss Tapping, thank you. Everyone had everybody had a crush on Amanda Tapping. Like, thank you, ma'am, for signing my artwork. Thank you. I did briefly meet Jason Momoa. For those of you who don't know, Jason Momoa was a big actor on what's it called? Atlantis, Stargate Atlantis. But we went up to him and like, "Hey, Jason, how you doing?" He's like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Can you sign my drawing?" He goes, "Dude, I'll be honest, I'm way too drunk." And I'm like, "Touche." Yes, sir. Okay, so I walked away. So that is my Jason Momoa interaction. That's my only Jason Momoa interaction. Was him saying that to me. And it was funny, though. I saw Lisa Bonet, his wife. I think they broke up, right? If I'm not mistaken. They broke up. Lisa Bonet. She's just sitting there. She's just sitting there on the couch by herself. She's just there and just staring off on the couch. While Jason was at the bar, he's yapping it up and he's getting all drunk and stuff. But she's just sitting there. She's just literally just looking like this. Just like that. There you go. Yeah, I should have had him sign it. It would have been funnier if he signed it, right? Like, what place should have been funnier. But she's just there. And I'm there like, oh, that's Denise from the Cosby Show. She's there. So there you go. So that was a lot of fun. That was a wonderful experience working on Stargate. I met some good friends over there, and a lot of life lessons I learned over there. Because I'll be honest too, guys. I'm always honest. That was actually my first time living alone. Oh, I love that Comic Book Bob. I should have said that. He said, I should have walked up to Lisa Bonet and said, "It's a different world, isn't it?" Bob, these youngins, they won't get that joke. They definitely won't get that joke. But anyway, it was my first time living on my own. And remember, I'm already married for 5 years because I literally went from living with my parents to marrying my wife and then living with my wife after. So I've never had the opportunity to actually live by myself. So I lived by myself for a good 6 months while my wife was trying to figure it out, or trying to, get everything ready back home in Toronto. And, my wife is a superstar. Like, she settled everything in terms of selling our home. And then she got a very comparable job in Vancouver. A very, very comparable job in Vancouver. It was great. Right? So that was fun. That was a good joke, right, our Dad? See, I'd love to take credit for that, but that is from my buddy Bob there. There you go. There you go. So that is my Stargate. So I'm a big Stargate fan for sure. Actually, my second job was actually working on Amanda Tapping's next show. Oh no, that wasn't my next job. My next job after that was Watchmen. I worked on the original Watchmen movie, and then my next job after that was working on Amanda Tapping's next show. It was called what was her other show called again? Sanctuary. That was it. It was called Sanctuary. Yeah. So, they did break up, right? Yeah, they did. They did break up, right? So, yeah. So that was the fun part, man. That was my second part of my career after comics, and then I started company hopping after that, because again, guys, film is different. 3 months here, 6 months there, and then 3 months here, 6 months there, and then you're always looking for jobs at the end of the day. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna start inking good old Kratos here. Let's just start inking Kratos. Sanctuary. That's right, Bob. Sanctuary. Hey, there's 100 people watching for once. There you go. Kratos is ripped. He's ripped, Mario. Let's go. So now's a good opportunity, guys. Usually I go to the community chat, but today I'm going to see if it's better to just do the regular chat in terms of taking questions from you. So also, if I'm going to be my favorite thing, if I'm 100% honest, and make sure you get your 100% honest t-shirts coming soon. If you want a gift for your loved one, if I'm going to be 100% honest, those t-shirts coming soon. Let's go for questions in the live chat today. Why don't we do that? If you want me to answer a question in the live chat, okay, and this isn't rapid fire, okay, if you want like a nice long answer to your question, okay, let's go ahead and do that now, okay? Kratos been working out, of course, it's Kratos. He doesn't need to work out. He doesn't need to work out, Kratos. There you go. So, is Atreus going to be drawn? Yes, he's going to be drawn down here. Atreus is down here. Atreus is down. So, if you have... Okay, so Weblight... We'll start with Weblight's question here. It says, favorite video game, okay? Again, I mentioned this yesterday, but I'm definitely not a video game guy. Back in my day, you Gen Xers, or Gen Xers, I called you guys Gen Xers, you Gen Zers. Back in my day, hold on, I gotta blow. First of all, back in my day, I blew my nose. Hold on, 1 second. I'm not sick, it's morning allergies. The little thing called arcades. Did you guys have arcades? Do you have arcades now? You Gen Xers? Is there arcades anymore? I don't think so, right? Like, you have those, like, those big things. But do you have any... Does this generation have arcades? Do they have arcades? Let's see. Yeah, Elijah? Elijah says yeah. There's one in my local anime shop here. Like Dave & Buster's, yeah, for sure Dave & Buster's. I always say Dave & Buster's is like Chuck E. Cheese for adults, right? It's like older Chuck E. Cheese. That's what that is. No. So for those of you guys, you youngins who don't know what an arcade is, so it's this place you go, and then there's all these gaming machines there. These game machines, kind of like Chuck E. Cheese, right? And then you have to put a quarter in to play a game. Okay, and over time they got to more money over time, but usually it was like a quarter to play the game. So all my friends would go to the arcade. They would definitely go to the arcade. Pinball, yes, that's right, Zeno. We'd go to the arcade. Now we weren't very well off, me and my family. And, I always hate to say that because, we always had, we were okay. Like, we always had enough to eat and everything. But, we weren't the most richest people in the world, for sure. But, again, probably more than, a lot of people over the world. So I always hate to say that we weren't, I don't want to say that we were poor. Of course not. We had food to eat. We were good, right? Um, but all my friends would play in the arcade, and we didn't have a lot of money, so my mom was very hesitant to let me go to the arcade because they want to, we were trying to conserve money. So she would always say, "Oh, don't go to the arcade. It's like a gambling. It's like gambling. You're gambling. You don't want to grow up a gambler." So, but really, she was doing that because we were just trying to save money. So I understand. So I never really went to the arcade a lot. Like I'd go with my friends at lunchtime, but I didn't have any money to play the game, so I never really got into games per se. Like we did get a Sega system one year. My family went out and we got a Sega system, but we didn't buy many games because back then there's no internet. Back then, guys, there's no internet. You can't download games. Back then, you actually had to buy the games, right? You had no choice but to buy the games. Like, of course, you could buy games now. Physically, you could buy games now for sure. But back then, that was the only option. So you couldn't download games back then. So I was relegated to the console game. So I forgot there's one. I forgot the game that came with the Sega, the regular Sega, not even Sega Genesis, the regular Sega. This is before Sega Genesis. So we had this one game. It was just like it was a motorcycle game. I forgot what it was called. Not what it was called. So it's just like a motorcycle game, and then we went and we got a couple of other games. I forgot what other games I had. I had Double Dragon. How many here remember Double Dragon? You guys remember Double Dragon? Oh boy. Now we're talking. Double Dragon, baby. Double Dragon. If you guys remember Double Dragon? No? Okay, but anyway. Mario remembers Double Dragon. There you go. And then we got Altered Beast. Altered Beast. And that was my all-time favorite game. Altered Beast. I loved Altered Beast. I loved it, mainly because it was the only game I had. Well, aside from Double Dragon. But Altered Beast, that was my game. That was my game. I loved it because I could play it, I could play it at home. I did love going to the arcade and seeing my friends play like things like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and stuff like that. But for me, rise from your grave. That's right. But for me, Altered Beast got me my favorite game. In the arcade though, I did like watching my friends play Street Fighter. I loved watching them play Mortal Kombat for sure. But you asked me, that's my favorite game. Okay, there you go. Michael likes Contra and Battletoads, and there you go. Bring it back, man. Bringing you back. Okay. Did they do a movie of Double Dragon? Did they do one? They might have, for sure. They definitely might have. Okay. So let's go with that. Let's go with that. Double Dragon. No, they're not saying I didn't play Mario and all that stuff. Like, if I did play, it would be like at a friend's house because I didn't really have Mario. But yeah. So next question here. Anyway, okay, so let's go have another question, guys. If you want to ask me a question, just go ahead and ask it in the chat. In the meantime, I will say that yesterday I did get a chance to watch Black Panther. Wakanda Forever. I did watch it yesterday, so now time for spoilers. Just joking. No spoilers for you guys today. I liked it. So now it's time for my Wakanda Forever review, guys. Okay. You know what grinds my gears? No. Okay. I enjoyed the movie. I had fun. I had fun with the movie. I would say I liked it better than I did like it better than Thor Ragnarok. No, I didn't. I like Thor Ragnarok better than we're drawing God of War Ragnarok here. I'm thinking Thor Ragnarok. I liked it better than Thor Love and Thunder. I liked it better than for me. Okay, and again, this is for me, guys. If you everyone has their own ranking this year. I liked it better. I think I liked it better than all the movies this year. I liked it better than Doctor Strange. So it was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. I had a good time at the movies. I thought it was all right. Let's see here. Is it Phase 3 good? That's hard, though. You know, it's always hard to compare it to Phase 3. Because there was so much going for Phase 3, like it was the culmination of everything. I will say, though, that the Marvel's really getting convoluted in the story. It really is. I think for anyone trying to get in fresh right now, if you're trying to get in the Marvel Universe fresh without knowing anything, it's super hard. It's super hard. It's just like, it's starting to get like, you know what it's starting to get like? It's starting to get like Dragon Ball in that sense. Like, if you weren't watching when you were a kid, you're just a novice, you want to start getting to Dragon Ball, and there's like thousands of episodes you got to catch up on. It's starting to get like that. So, okay, in terms of, okay, and I'm just going to mention things that you see in the trailer, okay? I will say that I really did like how they handled Riri. I liked her character development. And I was kind of skeptical going in about her, but I think they treated her well, her story well, and I do kind of want to see now her Disney Plus show, because they say it's going to be an actual direct sequel to Wakanda Forever. So I actually do want to see how they are going to handle her going forward. I wasn't a huge fan of the Ironheart armor design. Wasn't a huge fan of it. And I'll tell you guys, and that you can actually find that online, right? It was in the trailers. I think it's the eyes. I think it's the eyes of the suit. I think that's what's throwing me off. I'm not a big fan of the eyes of the suit. I think if they just changed the mask, maybe it would work better for me. But the design, yeah, it's looking very cartoony. It looks very cartoony to me, if I can be honest. You know me, I'm gonna be honest. Get the T-shirt now, Box Office Artist. If I'm gonna be honest, though, I did like the character. What's it called? I did like the character development of her. And I was surprised too. I came in expecting not to like. I don't know why. Of course, maybe because I'm an Iron Man fan, right? But I did like how they handled her character. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But it was good. Namor. Now, first of all, my whole life, I was either calling him Namor, or I don't think I ever called him Namor. But apparently in the movie, it's Namor. It's like love, right? Namor. It's more sexy, right? What's your name? Namor. Sounds like a perfume, right? Yes. Ocean by Namor. I like how they handled his character. I did. Again, it's they did do a lot of changes there, Bob, and it's definitely not 100% the Namor that we know. And I'm gonna call him Namor. I don't care. Namor. It's not the Namor that we all grew up loving, for sure. I do get it, though. I do get why they had to change all of those things, because even though technically Namor was created first, Aquaman was already out there, right? And even though Namor was created first, I think if they kept a lot of what we know of Namor, that people would just think it's a direct rip and copy. So I get it. I get why they did that. And I think the actor did a good job. I think the actor actually did a really, really good job. That's Namor. All right. From now on, I'm changing my name. Okay, guys? My name is no longer James. It's James. I want you guys to call me that from now on, okay? James. James. There you go. I am James. Okay? I want you guys to call me that from now on, okay? For Namo. there you go. Ooh. Anyway. Oh, by the way, guys. Speaking of Hulk versus Kratos, for you guys who didn't know, originally that video, when I did that, we did that like 2 years ago, right? 2 years ago. The original plan was actually Kratos versus Thanos. The original plan was Kratos versus Thanos, but I accidentally drew Hulk instead. I draw Hulk so much that literally out of habit, I drew Hulk instead of Thanos. That video was totally supposed to be called Kratos versus Thanos, but I ended up drawing Kratos versus Hulk, right? But out of sheer what's it called? Out of sheer what's it called? Habit. Out of sheer habit. Happy accidents. That's right. Out of sheer habit, I ended up drawing Kratos versus Hulk. So yeah, what can you do? You still turned it into a good video, so I was happy with that video. My buddy Andy showed up in that video because I think, you know, Kratos versus Hulk. I think we all agree that Kratos probably takes that. Kratos versus Thanos? I'm not sure. Don't know. Was it 1 year ago? I don't even remember these days. Weblight, I have no idea. Everything kind of blends together, you know? Oh. See, and I'm already making mistakes. I'm making mistakes, guys. I'm the mistaker. There you go. Well, I guess just fixing the focus on the camera. See the focus on the camera. Dolph Quick says, back in the day, Namor also called the Submariner. I think he's still called the Submariner, no? But you're right. They have no reference to him being the Submariner, for sure. In the movie, so. It is what it is. My one is actually kind of fading out. I think I need to... Hold on, guys. I'm going to get another... grab another Micron here. Fresh Micron. Fresh out of the box. Let me smell it. Smells fresh. Oh, boy. Let's get to Shuri herself. I think they handled her story arc well. Again, better than what I was expecting. I don't know why I was expecting it to be jumbled a little bit. But it was better than I thought it was going to be. Let's just say that, okay? Better than I thought it was going to be. And then they did open up some interesting things for the future. I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to get into spoilers or anything right now. Movie's just out. I know a lot of people want, they need a little bit of time before they go ahead and see the movie. But though it does still baffle me, guys, that after 30 Marvel movies, people still leave the movie theater before the end credits scene. It's still kind of... But then again, there's billions of people in the world. I get, that to me, that says that's their first Marvel movie, right? Is that their first Marvel movie? Or when they go to Marvel, they have no idea that they have post-credit scenes. A lot of these people, they don't live on the internet like us. A lot of people don't live on the internet like us, so after they watch a movie, they don't go on the internet and look for all these movie tidbits here and there. But it still baffles me. I'm like, sit down. We got. There's more. Movie's not done. Movie's not done. Because a lot of people just got up and left. And that's pretty much every Marvel movie. Like, it still surprised me. Every single Marvel movie I go see in the theater. After 30 movies, you know, you think, like, I don't expect everybody to watch all 30 movies, but yeah, it's like when a good quarter of the theater gets up. Yeah, it was more than that last night. I think it was a good half of the theater got up and left after the credits started rolling, right? So it's just like, huh? You guys don't know that? What? Say what? What? Come on, people. You're missing out. It was a pretty good after credit scene too. I'll just say that. Pretty good after credit scene too. So, yeah. You think it'll burn into us at this point, right? But I did leave because, I don't want to waste my time. So a lot of people did stay expecting an after. I will say to you guys, from what I understand, unless I was completely wrong, there is no end credit scene for Black Panther. I always research that before I go in. It's dangerous though, because you might get spoilers. But I always research that before going into the movie. Is there an end credit scene? Is there an end credit scene so that I don't have to stay if there's an end credit scene? And there's not. Unless there is, and I totally missed that, guys. Unless it is, I totally missed that. Rodak says it's 4 a.m. for you. It is 5 a.m. for me, Rodak. I am on East Coast time. I'm just a morning guy, guys. Again, I always say that it'd be more beneficial for my channel if I did this later in the day, for sure. I would definitely get more of a North American audience if I did this later in the day. But I had to wait. I just love working in the mornings. I'm a morning guy. I don't think anyone's like born to be a morning guy, but it's just always the time that works better for me. I just like the mornings. I like waking up, getting work done, and then I had the rest of my day to do other things, right? And then I already accomplished so much by, what time do we go till? 8 o'clock in the morning? So by 8 o'clock in the morning, I already got a lot done. So, Web Life 6 a.m. is your new bedtime. Because of me? Oh, I appreciate that, my friend. I appreciate that. You should get some sleep, though. Sleep good, guys. Sleep good. I'm not the guy to tell you sleep less. I'm never that guy to tell you. Well, I won't say never, because maybe before I was like that. Sleep when you're dead. Before I was that guy, but then now, these days we understand. These days we understand that, how important sleep is for us. So if someone tells me, I need to stay up late and all that stuff, I always ask them first, did you maximize the time you were awake? Before you start sacrificing sleep, what did you do during the day that you could sacrifice first before sleep? Because it's, did you make, did you, and I'll even put that out for you guys, A lot of you guys are like, I don't have time to draw, so I need to stay up late to draw. Well, could you sacrifice an extra hour of TV watching so you could draw? Could you sacrifice an extra hour of playing on your phone to draw instead of sacrificing sleep? Because if you sacrifice the sleep, it's not just, you might be compromising your whole day. So even though you're working, you might not be working optimally, right? But then again, everybody's different, so, I just give my advice. It's up to them if they want to, if they care or not. So, but for me personally, I sleep around. Yesterday I actually got a lot of sleep last night. I fell asleep around, I think, 8:30 last night. 8:30, woke up at 3. That's not too bad. 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30. Like 6.5 hours, man. Oh man, I slept in. It's a lot of sleep, man. But usually I go to bed around 10:30. And then I'll wake up at around 3. So that's my usual. That's my usual. So 10:30, around 3. That's when I'm awake. So, let's see here. Andrew's in China. Welcome, my friend Andrew. China. Welcome. I had a great time when I was in Shanghai. I don't know where in China you are from, my friend. But I've been to China twice. I was invited both times for different conventions. One was for a Transformers convention. So they invited myself, my buddy Alex Milne, Sarah. I can't pronounce her last name because it's French. And we had a wonderful time there. That was actually, it was funny because that was the actual, for Sarah. Sarah's an amazing artist. Sarah is a fantastic, fantastic artist. And that was the first time, because she always drew digital, right? That was the first time she did a commissioned art. Because she was always drawing, and she was very scared at first to do it. Because somebody asked her if they could commission her to do a commission. And she was so hesitant because she's never done it before. And of course, she killed it, right? She got a pad of paper and she killed it. Now she does a lot of it now. It was just interesting to see somebody like who was scared to do a commission. You're like, oh no, because it was her first time doing it, right? But she killed it. She did a wonderful job. And we did really well. We did really well in China. We did really well. Like our, I think we all sold out of everything we brought. And that was the first time for me. That was the first time I ever sold out of anything. Like I brought a ton of prints with me, and we sold out fast. My friend John Barber. It was funny. John Barber. Right now, I believe he's still. I don't know if he's still the editor-in-chief of. He might not be. He was the editor-in-chief of IDW. But it was funny because he was there, and then he what's it called? He brought some scripts and books to sell, and then literally he sold out in an hour. He got rid of all of his. He got rid of everything he brought in an hour, and then he's like, well, what am I going to do for the rest of the con? He has nothing else to give out. Oh, so that was a lot of fun. We had some good times in China there. And then after that, my wife and I we got to explore. So we asked if we actually. So the convention paid for a certain part of our ticket, and then we paid for the rest. Because we wanted to explore, we wanted to see China. So we then went to the Great Wall. So we spent an extra 3 days in China, and then we spent some time. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Now the next time around, I was invited to go back again to speak at a collecting expo. I was invited to speak at a collecting expo, and I was actually in China less than how long I was on the plane. I was literally, the flight to China, guys. It's like what? I don't know how long. It's like a good 14 hours or something from where I am. Something like that, 14 hours or so from where I am. And I was only in China for like a day and a half or something like that, 2 days, to go speak at this convention. And it was a great time. I had a good time there, but I was so jet lagged, like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I was like dead. I was dead. And definitely didn't do as well over there because it's different, right? It's more of a gaming convention, so the audience was different. So I definitely didn't sell as much as I did the first time around. But that's okay. Though you know what happened though? They gave me a booth, right? And I put up my Star Wars mural posters. I put them up. Not just that. I also put up some prints up, to advertise, right? What I have to sell, right? So I put it up all across the wall. And then, convention was done. We're going to come back the next day. So we went to the hotel. I finished up the commissions I had. We came back, and somebody came and stole all the posters on the wall. I came back, it was clear. Those posters. They were clear. It's like, oh my gosh. You were like, huh? Oh, I'm so mad. So mad. So, I gotta go. No, next time I'll just bring all the posters down with me, because I left it up because I've come back the next day, and then I think I flew back home the next day. I flew back home that night, so. Oh well, you live and learn. Guys, trying to figure out how this the details gonna go here. Trying to figure that out. So, anyway, when would you want to come to China if you got the chance? We'll see. We'll see. There's a convention there. Why not? Why not? But it's one of those things where I'd only go if I was invited to go because, it's different now. Like, just me and my kids now. So I want to make sure my kids can go. If ever I go to a convention, it's got to be more than just me. My kids have to come. So I'm not going to any convention without my kids with me. So we'll see. It's got to make sense. Okay. Webmaster, I met Peter Cullen in China. Yes, I did. And the thing is, I met him, Peter Cullen, for those of you who don't know, he's the voice of Optimus Prime. I met him in the park. I was walking in the park. And he was just there sitting. And, you're always, whenever you meet a celebrity, you don't really want to bother them out in the park and stuff because, that's their personal time. And they, but he was really, really nice to my wife and I. He was really, really nice to my wife and I back then. So, he even went on camera with me. So, which was really, really nice though. This kind of looks a little. Feels a bit. He feels a bit. Well, I guess it's just the his outfit, but he feels a little stumpy to me. Maybe I made the head too big. I might elongate this torso a little bit. Let's see. It feels stumpy. So that was my experience in China. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. And thank you all of you for your messages here. Would I get if I had the chance to go to South Africa? My friend Elijah said, "Hey, why not?" I actually have a lot of friends in South Africa. I got a lot of buddies who are there. So you never know. One day, again, I would love to see. I would love to go to places I haven't been. That's why next year, I probably unless it's something extremely lucrative, you're not going to see me going to California next year. Unless it's something that will really, really benefit me business wise. I've been to California way too many times right now, but maybe Texas. I might come to Texas next year. You guys know, Apple's one of my best friends. So might go back to the Alamo again next year. We'll see. I would like to go to couple places I want to go. If there is a place that I want to go in the world that I've been to already, my number one goal is to just show my kids where me and my wife went. That's why I would go. So things like Paris. See, my wife and I went to Paris by ourselves a few years ago. We had a wonderful time. So I'd love to bring my kids to Paris, so I could show them where I used to go, where I went with their mom. That would be a lot of fun, for sure. If I would go to India again, I'll be honest with you guys. My wonderful friends from India. The only time I'll go back to India is if my friend Charuvi, one of my wonderful friends Charuvi, takes care of me again. Because when I went to India, my great friend Charuvi, she did everything for us. To the minute. She scheduled everything. Like, she is such a sweetheart. Her and her husband, Aditya, wonderful people. I can't say more about them. Sometimes they're just, just wouldn't be. You meet people and, man, these guys are great. Like, these guys are fantastic. By the way, she's an extremely talented. She owns an animation studio now in India. If you guys want, check it out. It's called Charuvi Design Labs. Go check that out. I think they're on YouTube. I'm gonna write that in the chat here. If you guys want to check it out, Charuvi Design Labs. Charuvi Design Labs. You look that up. If you want to comment, said James says hi. If you want to check it out, but she is, like I said, I met her in school. I was like in school when I went to school the second time around. We were talking about school earlier. I was like the adopted dad of a lot of these students, because a lot of these students were foreign. Okay, so this program that we were in, it's such a good program that students from all over the world were coming to take this particular program, right? They're all over the world. And remember when I told you that you just knew who was going to kill it in the industry? Charuvi was one of those. She was just so naturally, well, I wouldn't say naturally talented, because I don't think anyone's really naturally talented. I think people are more take to things easier, and then they practice more than others. That's how I truly feel about things. I don't think, I think people are, when you're more interested in something, you're more adept to practicing it more than the other person, right? So that's why I think some people are naturally, quote-unquote, naturally better at things than others. And again, that's just my opinion. I don't know if that's a fact or not. But she was one of those people. And her work was always phenomenal, right? And then I would have a problem, and she'd come by and go, oh, I have a big problem, bothering forever. She'd come by and goes, James, beep, beep. It was fixed. So her and my friend Andrea, my buddy Ming, so there were all these foreign students that looked up to me. I was the one who brought them around town. I was the one who showed them how it is. I brought them to a buffet for the first time. Someone who's not from North America, never been to a buffet. They were so confused at the concept. They're so confused at the concept. They got all this food, and they're like, where do I pay for this food? I'm like, no. You eat the food, and then you get more. And then they're like, what? They're like, what? So that was a lot of fun. So absolutely love Charuvi. I think she's a mom now, too. So, and she's won so many awards, so couldn't be so proud of her. So if I go back to India, guys, first of all, it would have to be for some sort of convention. Secondly, I need to stay with my friend Charuvi. I mean, my kids. We need to stay with Charuvi. So there you go. Okay, I'm gonna blow my nose again, guys. Hold on, 1 second. Nope. Trying to do that off camera. There you go. Let's see here. Cara Bear says buffets are probably not doing quite as well since the pandemic helped highlight how unsanitary they are. Yeah. Well, I'll be honest. Buy the T-shirt. The one I go to, it's pretty busy. I'll tell you that much. I can't go to buffets as much anymore because I'm on this diet, right? But you know, this is what it is. Zonia says this is looking sick. Thank you, my friend Zonia. There you go. Yesterday, I'll tell you what I had yesterday for dinner, because I'm on this carnivore diet. It was sorry, was Mario here? Mario's not here today. Right? Mario's not here today. I was on this carnivore diet. I am on this carnivore diet, so I could only eat like meat and cheese and stuff. So we went to Wendy's yesterday. My kids love Wendy's, though they weren't that hungry because they ate a lot of popcorn in the movie. So after the movie, we went through the Wendy's drive-thru. So I personally, I bought a classic triple. So it has 3 pieces of meat in there, but I told them no, put an extra patty, no bun, and no toppings. So it's just the meat and the cheese. It's supposed to be meat and the cheese. It was very good. I didn't mind it. That is my world, people. That was my world now. So, let's see here. So, guys, now's a good time to ask a question, guys. I'm not going to the community tab today. If you have a question you would like me to answer, by all means, please do. You guys know I love talking. Let's talk. Let's talk about life and stuff. Life and stuff. I'm all about the life and stuff. There you go. So, Mr. Broken was singing there. Have I ever been to London, Kira? No, I have not. I've been to London, Ontario. There's a London, Canada here. But I haven't been to London. And again, that will be the first. If I am going to somewhere next year, if I'm going to travel next year, and again, it's not 100% given I'm going to travel next year, but if I am traveling next year, it will be to the UK. That is the closest to a problem given. Where's my 5? I had a 5. Which one was that? That was that turn. I know I had a 5 yesterday. I opened a brand new 5 yesterday. So hopefully next year, we are looking. Most likely, it will be for a Transformers convention. I think they're the ones who are most likely the ones who are willing to bring me over there. There's a Transformers convention called TF Nation that I would love to be a guest at, because my Transformers friends, all of them have guested at this show, and I've never done that. I've never guested at TF Nation before, so I am looking at possibly going there. But we'll see. Hopefully they'll have me, because I was supposed to be a guest there in 20. When did everything hit the fan? Like 2020? I was supposed to be a guest in 2020, and I was about to get the ticket. Too, and then everything happened. So I am happy that I didn't get the ticket, and then would have to refund it, because a lot of my friends had a lot of trouble getting their money from those tickets. A lot of my friends had trouble. A lot of trouble. But yeah. So UK, maybe next year we will see. We will see how that goes. We will see how that goes. Let's see here. Let's see here. I don't know if I want to answer that question or not. I don't want to. Here's a good one. Farrell Fennin says, "Is professional comic artist a sustainable career from your experience? What are some of the biggest difficulties you have experienced while working in comics?" I'm assuming you work in comics. Yes, I have worked in comics. I worked in comics for 6 years. It's a tough job. It really is. First of all, for you guys to be able to make it as a comic book artist, for those of you who want to be comic book artists, number one, you got to be professional. And when I say professional, you got to be able to hit your deadlines. You just do. I don't care how good an artist you are. If you cannot hit a deadline, if you cannot complete something in the time that you say you complete it, you're not going to get much work in the industry. You're just not. Because these comic book companies, they have timelines. They have to bring in revenue. They can't bring in revenue if the book's not done. If you cannot deliver when you say you're going to deliver a book, you're not going to get much work afterwards. You're not. And that's the hardest part for artists, especially those who are just starting out, to grasp that concept that you have to deliver a book on time. That's the hard part when you're starting off, because the only time you could get away with taking your time on a book is if you're already established. Okay? If you're already established, they'll give you more time to finish a book. If you prove that you bring in an audience, so if you prove you bring in an audience, then they'll give you more time to work on a book because you're worth it to them. Okay? But if you are brand new, just starting, no audience, you have to prove that you can hit deadlines. Like, I'll give you an example. Brian Hitch. So for the people in comic circles, Brian Hitch is a very, very legendary artist. He drew the Ultimates. Like, to be honest, Brian Hitch is the reason we see a lot of this stuff going on in Marvel movies today. A lot of the stuff he drew made it into these Marvel films, or they drew inspiration from. Like all the Avengers movies, like or the first Avengers movie. Read the Ultimates, and you see the similarities. You really do. So Brian Hitch is like superstar artist. And there was a time where people were like, he's so late on his books, because he's one of the most detailed artists you'll ever see. But he earned that. That dude pulled off an issue of Death's Head when before he started working on the bigger titles. He was working on a title called Death's Head. And he did it in a week. He did 22 pages in a week. 22 pages, comic pages. So one of these. So this is a double page spread. So he did. So he would have done 12 of these in a week. That's not easy, man. He said he didn't sleep the whole week. He did not sleep the whole week. In fact, guys, if you look up my brother, Mark Michael, you guys know him. Long-time viewers know my buddy Mark. He did an interview with Brian where he talked about it. Where he talked about that week. He did an issue of Death's Head, 22 pages in 1 week. And then he went to the bar right after, and he threw up and fell off from exhaustion. Not 12, 12 double pages. Double pages. So one of these is a comic book page. And in comics, you're fine if you do about a page a day. If you do about a page a day, you're good. But he did 22 pages in a week. It's insane. It's insane. And you read about everything he went through, and you're like, dude, that guy deserves to be able to take his time when he does a book. That guy deserves it. If there's anyone who deserves it, it's Brian Hitch. Okay? And the thing is, guys, it's not like a cartoony style. He's a very, very detailed artist. It's not like he came and then did all, these extremely simple faces. If you look at that book that he worked on, it's great. The work he did was fantastic. So if you want to get into comic book art, you have to prove that you're professional. Okay? You have to prove it professional. Now, in terms of your actual question, though, is it a long, sustaining career? I will say no. It's not. It's definitely not. I would tell you, if you are getting into comics, understand that there's no such thing as a full-time job in comics. There's no such thing as insurance in comics. Okay? It's all freelance work. It's all freelance work. So you have to do that accordingly. You're always looking for jobs. The only time you work long-term in comics is if you get to that established point. Really. Like, again, my buddy Francis Manipul was actually on the stream yesterday. He go check out his channel. He gives you the day in the life of comic artists. He's been doing it as long as I have. He was, I think we started around the same time, 2000, and he's definitely a guy that I would say, knew how to make it as a comic book artist. He figured out the formula where you just do comics. And if you talk to him, right? And we were talking, and he's one guy that doesn't want to do other things. He just loves doing comics. And this is a guy, you guys don't know this, Francis has been on TV shows. He's been a star on a TV show. He did the show for Spike, where he was like this artist, and they were chasing all these monster legends or something like that. And he was a star of the show. He's one of the stars of the show. And he did a fantastic job. But all the while he was doing that, he was still doing comics. He loves comics so much. He doesn't want to go into movies. He doesn't want to go into concept art. He doesn't want to go into all those things. He just wants to draw comics. So, to have a long established career in comics, it's very tough. It's very tough. In fact, you see a lot of these comic artists, there's a fund. I don't know if that fund is still around. I don't know if this fund is still around, but there's a fund to help veteran comic artists because later in life, they don't have enough money to live. Okay? So, knowing that, guys, I will tell you now, go in expecting it's not a long-term thing. If it does, fantastic. I would tell you, though, go in, like, to be a comic book artist, you really, really have to love doing comics. You just do. You gotta love doing comics, okay? So I would go in, if I were you, expecting that it's gonna end someday. And you gotta figure out how you can either transition into something you like to do, or also find other avenues to create money. So I will tell you the ways to earn income as a comic book artist today, okay? And this is coming from me. Again, take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt because I don't work in the industry anymore. I don't, okay? So, oh, that's right. Heroes Initiative is still there. Thank you, Care Bear Comics. Heroes Initiative, and that's for that is definitely it. That's been around for a few years now, and that's for veteran comic book artists who cannot pay their bills, right? And that's sad to say. It really is. Because I see all these guys that you admire growing up, and then you find out that they're having a hard time living today. So number one, if you want to be a comic book artist, yes, you need to be on social media. You have to be. You have to. You have to build an audience. And one way is to actually do the books. Another way is to try to build it on your own. Okay, so you're going to need a social media presence. Okay, to me that is one of the biggest factors in today's comic book world. Okay, build a social media presence. Now that social media presence won't get you a job in comics, but that will help when you start going to conventions. That will bring you to conventions. Also, number two, if you want to be a comic book artist, okay, you need to go to conventions to supplement your income. That's where the real money is. It's not from your page rate. It's not from your page rate that you're going to earn a Marvel and DC and all that. It's not. A good friend of mine told me, drawing comic books now, all it is an advertisement for the conventions. So you're going to have to invest in trying to be at these conventions. Now, for those of you who are international, it's a little tougher. I know you can't get to San Diego Comic-Con. I know you can't get to the bigger conventions. It's harder. Start with your local conventions because a lot of these artists today, they supplement their income by selling prints and selling commissions at conventions. Okay, it's a big part of their income. Is conventions. You sell original art. Okay, that's another way. And that's the issue with drawing digitally. Okay, so if you're like, I'm going to be drawing comics digitally, which is great. A lot of artists do that. They draw just digitally. And to be honest, it is faster in some cases. It's actually slower for me, but faster for a lot of people because they could just, it's easier to like duplicate things and all of that, erase, change layouts, of course, all of that. But the downside to that is it's harder in the original art market. Okay, so you earn money in the original art market, meaning you sell the pages. So I could sell this piece of artwork, and if just say, for example, this piece of artwork here, if this was in an actual Kratos comic book and it was popular, I could get thousands of dollars for this piece. okay? Which is going to be way more than how much you were paid to actually make the piece, okay? So that's another way to earn income. So for those of you drawing digitally, if you want to break into the original art market, I would tell you, if you are lucky enough to get a job, but you draw mostly digitally, I would say, I know one artist who does this. He'll take a look at the script, a comic book script, and then he'll ask himself, okay, which pages would people buy? Excuse me. Which pages would people buy? Like, and you're talking about like the splash pages, pages with popular characters. And those pages, he would actually print out his layout, and then he would draw traditionally. So out of like a good 22-page comic, maybe 4 or 5 pages, he would actually draw traditionally, so he could sell them. Okay, and I thought that was a very, very smart way to go about it. And that way, you don't have all these excess. Like I have hundreds of pages of art, guys. Literally underneath my table here, I have hundreds of pages of artwork from old books. Hundreds of pages that just sit here collecting dust. Right? Sometimes as artists too, you're scared to let go of your work. Sometimes as traditional artists, you're scared to let go of all the art pages that you have. And but then at the end of the day, yes, you have your work, but then they just kind of sit there. And somebody asked me, like, he was an art collector. He goes, because I didn't want to sell my work. He goes, James, would you rather that piece just sits in your collection and just collects dust if you're not going to frame it and stuff? Would it be better to sell it to somebody who loves your work and have it hang on their wall that they will appreciate more? And it makes a lot of sense. So, have I drawn The Witcher? I have. I have drawn The Witcher. Look at Box Office Artist Witcher. I actually did drawing The Witcher in 1,000 minutes, 100 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 minute, 10 seconds. That's a much older video. Again, that's a video I did like 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. After the first season of Witcher. I love that Witcher show. It's a great show. So that's another way you could earn income. But really, the money comes from without becoming a social media influencer, the money comes from commissions, and they come from conventions and selling original art. That's where the real money comes into play. And again, if those things, I will admit too, if we had those things when I was doing comics, if we had all of this social media stuff, even the conventions, like selling prints at the conventions, we didn't do that back in the early 2000s. Nobody did that back in the 2000s. And then guys someone I interviewed, Taylor. Oh, I forgot his name. Taylor Michael Christopher. I think that's his name. He was one of the innovators of creating prints and selling them at conventions. He was one of the first people to ever do it. Like he is a solid comic book businessman. He was a solid comic book businessman. And he was a solid comic book businessman, and he started that print craze. So selling at prints at convention, getting an artist table at conventions wasn't really here when I was in comics. And I think if those things were here, if conventions were conventions were a thing back then, but artists going there and selling their art and work back then, if that was a really, really, really a thing, like for independent artists, I'm not talking about professional artists, but independent artists back then, I would have stayed in comics a lot longer. I definitely would have stayed in comics a lot longer than I did. But then again, things wouldn't have turned out the way they did at the same time. So I am grateful for, time, all the experience I got growing up. So that is how to earn a living in comics, my friends. Yay! Hooray! I need a bigger camera so you can see my whole arm. Hooray! There you go. There you go. So, okay, so go ahead and any questions you have, my friends, good time to ask a question. That was a wonderful question. Hopefully the answer actually helped you out. See, talk about clip outs. Like that would be a good clip out. That answer. So if you guys want to ask me questions like that, where I feel it could help people, by all means. By all means. There you go. Stay tuned. Car care. Guys, what would Prince go for these days? Have digitals think of putting on canvas? It depends what it is, and it depends on, like you said, depends on what paper they're on. My buddy Hugh Rockwood. I was part of this comic book studio back in the day. It was called Shock Studios. I think I told you guys about that. Shock Studios. So in the summertime, like this was in high school, so I still didn't have any thoughts about actually being a comic book artist. When I was younger, it was more like, it's just a fun thing to do in the summertime. I pay $50. I get to be a part of the studio. And one of my friends, Hugh Rockwood, and even my buddy Marvin Mariano. You'll see that them at conventions all the time, especially in Canada. Marvin and Huey, we were all members of the studio. It's called Shock Studios. And Huey and Marvin, they got this print game. So you could print things like on metal, and then you could sell them a lot more, right? You see these metallic prints, and they would go for a good $30, $40 if you want. I had I have posters that are what's the size? It'd be 24 by what's the poster size? 36 by 24. And depending what it is, the subject matter, I could sell those for $100 a pop, pretty much. But prints, I've seen a variety of reasons. Like at some conventions, I've seen artists selling them for one for 20, two for 30, something like that. You have some who sell them even cheaper. Some sell them for like 3 for 20. So it all depends. Again, it's all about how much people are willing to buy your artwork for. So if you're at a convention, guys, I would say set a higher price first and just see who buys it. If anyone buys it, okay? And then you can always adjust your prices later. And then for me personally, like what I do is I'll price it in a way where buying 2 is such a good deal that the person kind of has to buy 2. But if they want to buy 1, it's like much more expensive. So it's like 1 is 3/4 of the price of 2. So and most likely if they're interested in my art, usually they like more than one piece anyway. So it's just a way to get them to buy multiple things. But I am not a salesperson. I'm definitely not a salesperson. So I am not the one to give you guys sales advice. If there's one thing I do not feel qualified in, it's sales advice, for sure. My buddy Christopher Keiko, I talk about him all the time on these streams. He does extremely well at conventions. He goes to conventions all the time. He sells out all the time. If there's a guy that knows sales, that's my buddy Christopher. He's got it down. You gotta go, guys. Again, not saying it's natural, but if there's something close to natural as a salesperson, it's him. Like some people just are adept at sales, or better at sales than others. Like my wife was like that. My wife was great at sales. She loved selling. She absolutely loved selling things. That's why she actually loved when I had the store, or she loves this business because she would do things like sell things like like things around the house, online, Facebook Marketplace. But the margin, the amount of money to make, and the tickets, the amount that artwork goes for compared to those little things is like night and day. Like I could sell these for a lot of money. So she enjoyed negotiating and all that stuff. I'm definitely not the negotiator. I'm definitely not. I do my best, but I'm definitely not what my wife was in terms of negotiating things. So that's the hard part, guys. Business, and again. So back to that original question there. That's the biggest point. If you're going to be an artist, guys, you have to know business. You really do. If you're going to be, if you're going to work, even if you're working in comics, because you got to do your taxes. You got to figure out your taxes. You got to figure out business expenses, what you're allowed to write off, what you can and can't write off. Like, there's a lot of business stuff you have to know, unfortunately. And as creatives, we hate that. I hate it. I hate the business side. I just want to draw, guys. I want to draw. Yeah, I want to draw like you guys. I just want to draw. I wish it was just drawing, but it's not. Like there's the making money side. There's the living side. That's the whole part about it all, right? And that's the hard part with all of this, is that we need to earn a living. So 1 second here, let me. So that's the business side. Now, if you can afford to get a business partner that will handle that for you, a business partner who can help you get jobs, who can handle all the invoices and all of that, while you can concentrate on just the artwork. That's a dream, right? That partnership works. But then you got to be careful, man. It's so hard to trust people these days with your money. It really is. It's so hard to trust people these days with your money. Like, we'll give one of my personal heroes, Drew Struzan. If you guys read the story of Drew Struzan and how he got into art, first of all, it's a real, guys, I will actually tell you guys, read Drew Struzan's story. If you either look it up on Wikipedia or like Dreamwave, we actually had this book that we produced with him back in the day. And he tells this whole story about his journey becoming a professional poster artist. And that dude got screwed. He like some guy, like, it was really bad. It was real. They made a deal where, he would handle the business, he would handle the art. They split everything 50-50, which already is too much to me. And then the dude started upcharging these movie companies, and he didn't tell Drew about it. So he's paying Drew the same, but he's taking all the money. And then he stole all his original art and tried to sell it. It's crazy, guys. You got to read that. Read it so you know, it's very hard to trust a business partner. It really is. Even family, right? Even family, it's hard, right? But the thing is, it's the risk you got to take. Some business is a risk. Sometimes you just have to take that risk. But it's so hard to trust somebody when it comes to money. It's just so hard, right? So, they say it is what it is. But, part of business is trust. Part of business is finding the people you could trust. And it's just so hard to find people you could trust with money, right? And I'm very careful. I made a rule not to do any business with family. Okay? Like my buddy Mark Michael, I love him to death. He's my brother. I call him my brother. We've known each other. I've known him since he was born. But I wouldn't make him a partner in my business because I don't want that heartache, right? It could really ruin a relationship, right? Even though I knew, like, if I were to do something like that, like make Mark a partner, it would probably be better for my business. But I just don't want that. Or if I were to make my sister a part of my business or whatever, right? Like, it's like, it's too scary, guys. It's too scary, right? I don't want to ruin the relationship. But I will say that working with my buddy Mark was a dream. How often do you get to work side by side with your best friend, like one of your best friends in the world, together doing something you loved since you were kids? Like it was something like no other. And again, that's so like even the hiring, I would say I would have tried to avoid. But Mark is just so good. He was so good at what he did, and I really wish I could have afforded to kept him on, right? I really wish I could afford to keep those guys on because they were so good to me. They were so good to me. So, you know what I say? Next T-shirt. It is what it is. There you go. My buddy, D Not So Good Artist, is also drawing, my friend. It's actually good I'm not drawing One Piece today then, my friend, because you would be there like, oh, come on, James. No, don't do that. This would be one D. When I start drawing One Piece, my friend D, not so good artist, he'll be like, James, don't do that. Don't. Oh, James. Oh, what are you doing? No, James, no. That's gonna be him. That's gonna be him when I do that One Piece drawing. I'm telling you right now. That's gonna be you, my friend. That's gonna be you, my friend. Yeah, exactly, Weblight, right? And when it's somebody you know, that's why I actually don't mind paying a little bit more. If I have something around the house, I actually don't mind paying a little bit more to get someone who's not a relative to do something for me than get a relative to do something for me. You know, it's tough. It's really tough working with people that you know because you love them, right? You know, you're friends, you're whatever, and stuff like that happens, and then you're just not anymore. You're just not friends anymore, and that's the unfortunate bit. So, speaking of which, I gotta call Mark. We gotta go for dinner. Maybe we could go for dinner this week. We'll see. No, that's... Yeah, Weblight, that sucks. That really sucks to hear. And that happens, man. That happens, man. Let's see here. Hello from France, Zaisios. Bonjour. Bonjour. Pamplemousse. Pamplemousse means, in French, guys, pamplemousse means grapefruit. In Canada, French is our second national language. We have two national languages, French and English. That's why everything you'll also see French as well as English in a lot of places around here. Though Quebec French is much different than France French. It's much different. The accent's different. The accent's much different. So. I was about to do the accent, but I don't want to offend nobody. I'm a nice guy. I don't want to offend anybody. I was about to do that accent, but I was like, nope, not right. No, James, no canceling today. No canceling today, James. There you go. Bonjour. To my friend who speaks French. Here, I forgot your name. Let's see, Zaisios. All I remember from French, so in Canada, we learn French. If you don't take French immersion, my children take French immersion, so they're actually taught in French. But for me, when I grew up, we started French in grade 3, so we just had the one class in French. So I don't remember much. You could do French up to, it's mandatory up till grade 9, and then after that, you could actually drop it. You don't have to learn French anymore. See, D Not So Good Artists wanted to see One Piece. What? Not enough people voted. I was fine with any one of those, by the way. Whenever I put a poll up, I'm always fine. I wouldn't put it on the poll if I wasn't fine drawing it. So yeah, we will get to that. I gotta show you guys my figures, my One Piece figures. My brother-in-law, by the way, got this fantastic One Piece statue yesterday. It looks incredible. I'll show you guys soon enough. But anyway, I forgot what I was talking about here. Oh, French. So I know how to conjugate verbs. My friend Zaisios. That's all I remember. I remember the French song we sang in grade 3. It was Bonjour, bonjour, comment parle-tu, bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Il s'appelle Daniel. Oh, il s'appelle Gagnon. The Gagnon, that's when. Elle s'appelle Daniel. Au revoir, au revoir. Au revoir, mes amis, au revoir, au revoir. And I know that, and I know how to conjugate verbs. Je suis tout et il est, elle est, nous on, vous êtes, ils ont, elles ont. That's the extent of my French. I know that's better than a lot of you. I never learned another language. I never learned a lot of language. Like my heritage is Filipino. I don't speak Filipino, and I don't understand Filipino, though I know when someone calls me fat. And I know, because I've been called that my whole life. I know when someone calls me ugly, because I've been called that my whole life. So there you go. So this Kratos looks thick, eh? He's thick. He's a thick Kratos. Gonna fix his arm. You know, I'm just really taking my time with this. It's already 6 o'clock. Really taking my time with this. Tomorrow we'll probably draw a little bit faster, guys. So tomorrow, And you know what? I'll probably put a poll. I'm not sure if how much more. I'll probably draw Kratos today, and I'm gonna draw. What's his name again? You guys, help me out. I totally blanked on his name. I don't want to say his other name because that might be a spoiler. But what's his name again? Help me out, guys. Help me out. Atreus. Apologies. Atreus. There you go. Oh, okay. This is Xeno's guy. Atreus. My bad. I almost called him by the spoilery name. Is that considered a spoiler? His other name? Is that considered a spoiler, guys? Is that considered a spoiler? His other name? But anyway. And then I will draw. Well, maybe if I have time, maybe I'll draw Freya. I'll draw Freya if I have time today. And then I'll save Thor and maybe Odin and who else? Tomorrow. We'll do that tomorrow, okay? No, you spoiled it! You spoiler. Well, I don't think that's a spoiler because that's from the other game, right? It's not really a spoiler if it came from the last game, right? If I'm not mistaken. You guys tell me. You guys know this better than I do, so I'm gonna ask you that, right? It's not considered a spoiler if it's from the previous game. Is that correct? Because I believe we find that out in the previous game, right? So it wasn't this game we found it out. So, should I draw his leg first or should I draw Atreus first? Let me take out, guys. I am about to bring out the most expensive. I'm telling you right now. You thought my Copics were impressive? Did you guys think my Copics were impressive? Well, I'm about to show you the most impressive piece of drawing material I own. Are you guys ready? This cost me over $100. My eraser. Oh yeah! There you go. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! There you go. There you go. There you go. Over $100. Right there, baby. Something's only worth what you're willing to pay for it, I guess. But I don't know. This looks like it has mold on it. What does this look like? There you go. Let's go. Let's go. Who wants to buy this? $100 right now. I'll sign it. Who wants to buy my signed eraser? $100 right there. There you go. There you go. Did I get ripped off, guys? You think I got ripped off? I don't know. Okay, next. Let me just, after erasing it, there are some things I kind of want to fix here. Clean it by rubbing against your jeans. Yeah. Now, I do have one of these brushes, though. See this? I got one of these brushes. So, this is good for kind of sweeping the eraser bits off. There you go. Now, actually, look at the face. I think I do want to spend a little bit more time on the face here. Just because, it's the main character. So, I do want to make sure that I'm happy with it before I move on. Oh, Angel Bob threw a super chat there. Thank you, my friend. Threw in, I'll hail the eraser of magnificent beauty. There you go. How would Kratos say that? All hail the eraser of magnificent beauty. All right. All hail the eraser. It's magnificent beauty. Oh. There you go. Thank you so much, my buddy Angel Bob. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, my friend. All hail magnificent beauty. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Beautiful. Hey, there you go. Let's see here. Your carpet probably has $85 worth of in the vacuum. You're not wrong there, Stay Tuned Car Care. Oh. My Stay Tuned Car Care, my buddy Paul, He actually started a detail. He's a sound engineer, but on the side, he loves detailing cars. He loves detailing cars. So your name kind of reminds me of him. My buddy Paul. Let's see here. Do your Filipino voice again. What if I did my Filipino voice in Christopher Judge voice? Oh. This is Kratos. And Itreso. Look at this Kratos. He's eating balot. It's Kratos eating the balot. Yes. That's what you do. Stay tuned, Car Care. There you go. There you go. You're a detailer. You're a very detailed guy. There you go. There's just something so satisfying about seeing a someone cleaning a car, right? Do you guys watch those videos? Do you guys watch? And I'll assume that's what your channel is there, Stay Tuned Car Care. You see those on TikTok where they come and then they just clean up the cars. They take everything out. Seeing people clean things on TikTok, and that's fun. I enjoy that, man. That's a fun time. ASMR car cleaning, yeah, Zeno. That it's awesome. It is awesome. I told my buddy Paul that too. That you got to get on this. You're cleaning these cars. Get on TikTok, and just start cleaning cars on TikTok, man. It would get thousands of views. I told him that. He won't do it. He's like, I'm old, James. I don't need to do TikTok. So he follows Fab Automotive. Yeah. I'm not too familiar with the actual influencers in that space, but it's just so. Well, people say also that drawing can be that too. Like drawing can be soothing in that way, just seeing somebody draw. And then you have those channels that are like ASMR drawing. ASMR. So the problem with ASMR drawing is that I have to draw in silence, right? I could do it. It's probably easy. If I started a side ASMR channel, but then I can't talk. Number one, I can't talk. Number two, I can't play any music or anything. Or if you do, you have to put in like a earbud very lightly. So all you could hear is right. There you go. Stay tuned. Car Care says an 8-hour detail and turns to an 18-hour with the setup from cameras. Yes, but could also turn into millions of views too. So it's worth those extra 10 hours, right? That you do. So. Okay, so I'm just looking at it now, guys. I just want to make sure I'm okay with before moving on to Atreus here. I'm okay. I need to be okay with it, guys. Again, I could always come back to it, but I'd rather get as much done. Well, I will have to come back because I'm going to draw the legs after I draw Atreus here, just because of because I'm not exactly sure how he's going to look yet, so I gotta fix that. See, because all these little lines here don't really mean anything that I'm doing here right now, so there you go. Yeah. Yeah, Geek Detail does them for free, he says. See, that's the thing about being an influencer. Like, you're the money you make for the videos, it's like you don't need to charge for them, right? You don't need to. They're just there. So that's what we were going to do. All right. I guess we can move on for now. Maybe. Well, hold on. Before we do that, let me do the detail in the. It's not often I do this, guys, but I'm gonna do the detail. I'm gonna do the detail in the shoulder here, but when I say not often, I mean I'm gonna kind of pencil it out because it's very complicated. This is stuff I live for, you know. This is where I earn my money. It's where I earn my money. Mario, you spoiler! Mario's a spoiler. You spoiler. Well, it's not not really a spoiler because that was mentioned in the last game, right? The last game. Yeah, spoiler. I just wanted to say spoiler, Mario. You know me. I'm just joking. Just hanging out. Spoiler! Yes. Yeah, there you go. Let's see here. Arr. 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 Someone said spoiler in a pirate tone. Xena says, do a spoiler in the title. Spoiler. Arr. Arr, me bitches. We do a spoiler. Arr. We're going to do a spoiler. Today, spoiler warning. Arr. Here's a spoiler for you. Did you hear about the pirate movie? It was rated R. That's an old joke. That's an old joke. What else is an old joke? Me matey came up to me and he said, Sarah, we're going to wear red shirts so that our opponents can't see us bleed. And then this whole battalion came and I said, first mate, get me my brown pants. That joke was told in Deadpool, but that's a really, really old joke. That's a really, really old joke. Get me my brown pants. Get me my brown pants. There you go. Oh, I'm on the carnivore diet. Get me my brown pants. There you go. Those old jokes. You know, I'm emceeing this kid's formal in a few weeks. I'll probably gonna test my material here, guys. Okay, I'm gonna test my material with you guys a little bit later on. You tell me if it's a good joke or not. Okay, but or I could get jokes from you guys. Good jokes from you guys. So, yeah. Weblight says you might want to let the ink dry a bit more before you erase with the light hand. Yeah, that happens. You know what, though? I am... people who are left-handed have it worse than I do. They definitely do. Because, you know, when they draw like this, their hand goes over... Like when they write, right? I'm sure some of you are left-handed, right? It's much harder. Because you smudge easier, right? You definitely smudge a lot easier. Part of me doesn't want to do this. You know, when you get to, you're like, I don't want to draw that. I don't want to draw that. But I will for you guys. Oh, Mario's on the Tutti Frutti drive. There you go. Let's see here. So I'm going to try my jokes with you guys, right? I'm trying my jokes with you guys. A little bit later on. Let me write them down. We're gonna have open mic night. We're gonna do open mic night later on, okay? Not today. Later on, I'm gonna test my jokes. You guys are my test audience, okay? I'm gonna try the jokes before I MC this event, okay? MC this event. That's right. That's right. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'll come back to Kratos later. Let's go ahead and draw Atreus here. Let's do Atreus. Okay, now the thing is, I gotta make sure he looks a little younger. So this might be a little tougher. Gotta make sure he looks just a bit younger. Just a bit. Just a bit. but I also want to draw him in a Marvel style. All right. All right. Atreus. Atreus. I mean, look for more reference. Atreus. It is Atreus. He's a young kid. This Atreus. Can't forget Atreus. Who can forget Atreus? By the way, do you think they're going to make an Atreus game? Or a game focused on Atreus? I think they're leaning towards that way. I really do. I think they're leaning towards that way. Yeah, China American art style's not too trendy. And that's understandable, of course. Got some of the best artists in the world in China. For sure. Like, this art style definitely is not going to get... though I do have my fan. I have my Transformers fans in China, so I'm good. Atreus, it's going to be a buff Atreus. Buff Atreus, buff Atreus. Buff Atreus, buff Atreus. Yeah, that's a good... Zeno has a good point here. Like, Atreus probably would look a little bit more like Peter Parker. A younger Peter Parker, Tom Hollandish. Now, here's the keys to drawing someone who looks a little bit younger, guys. Less on the face is more, okay? I don't need to do the full, full rendering on a young person's face. You don't have to do full rendering. Like, it's more just enough. The head is usually just a tiny bit bigger than the body when it's somebody who's younger. Man, he's buff. This is Atreus buff, man. No wrinkles. That's right, no wrinkles on this kid. No wrinkles. But some of the reference I'm looking at here, he's got a pretty pronounced jaw. So neck would be smaller. Neck would be smaller. And he's got that hair that kind of sticks up like that, I guess. I would always go... Weblight says, I would always go crazy with the lines and they would end up looking like grannies. Yeah, that's true. The same comes when I draw women, in that sense. The more you add lines to a face, especially when you're drawing female characters, the older they get, the older they look. So you want to be a little reserved when you're adding lines to the face. To the face. On the body, knock yourself out. Add as much as you want, right? But in terms of the face, keep it pretty... Keep it simple, as they say. Keep it simple, guys. Keep it simple. Yeah, he has a faux hawk, right? Yeah. Atreus has a faux hawk. How many live streams will be left on this channel? Jesus asks. As many as I want. As many as I want. I'm going to live stream every day. Okay? As much as I can every day. We've been going for almost a week now. And it's been a lot of fun. You know, doing it at this time before I do anything else in the day. I see that's another thing. I have a better shot of doing it at this time of the day consistently. Now, the hardest days for me to do this, I'll tell you right now, the hardest days for me to do this is actually Wednesday. Wednesday's the hardest for me to do this because I have a late meeting on Tuesday nights, and I don't get home till about 11 on Tuesdays. So if there's any time that it's going to be a little bit more difficult for me to do a live stream, it would be on Wednesdays. So, but last Wednesday we actually went pretty well. Last Wednesday, like I was very energetic, even though I didn't sleep that much. I actually slept a lot less than usual on last Wednesday. I don't know why, or last Tuesday night. I don't know why, but I actually. I like his outfit. It's actually pretty cool. His outfit. Here. And I know I'm going to draw him holding the bow and arrow wrong. That's going to happen. That's going to happen. So, we'll see how long I could go consecutively, guys, okay? Let's see. I'm not going to put a goal out there right now. Because, again, I as I said last week, it'd be nice to come here and say, I'm going to stream every day for a year. It'd be nice to say that. It's nice to. I highly doubt that's going to be true. Because what I haven't gone through yet is, staying up extremely late, going away for a little bit, things like that. I'll try my best if I'm going to go somewhere that I don't have to leave for the airport early in the morning, so that we can stream as much as possible. Okay, but we'll see. I don't see how we can't at least. Okay, maybe we could try that at least till the end of the year. Okay. We're going to see if I could stream every day for at least till the end of the year. Let's see that. Let's see if we could do that. Let's see if we could do that at least. So, we'll see. Okay. Mario wants Thor. Don't worry, Thor's coming, my friends. We love Fat Thor. We love that. No. Thor's gonna be like when I drew Baloo the other day, last week. He's gonna have that HGH gut. That's what we're going for here, the HGH gut. So. HGH got. There you go. Patrickson's watching from the Philippines. Mabuhay! Oh, will the live streams stay up on the channel? Yes. All of the live streams are here. So, let me tell you why I'm doing this, guys. Let me tell you why. This is really out of the norm. When I used to do this before last time, it was because, and I would actually private the, let me record. I would private the live streams afterwards. I'm not anymore. Let me tell you why. Ooh, battery's dead. Let me tell you why. Let me just change the battery here, guys. 1 second. Because before, YouTube didn't look kindly to mixing up the live streams. I didn't like the way it looked because the live streams would be jumbled in with the real videos, right? But now, they separated them. So if you go to your YouTube now, the live streams are actually separated from the regular videos from the shorts. And pretty soon the podcast will be as well. So I don't need to separate the channels anymore. So before I had a shorts channel, before I had a a live stream channel. But I don't really need that now because I'll do everything all on the one channel, which I would prefer. Now, I will admit I lost a lot of subscribers ever since I started doing this, and that's fine because that's not what they're used to, and I get that. I get that, and that's all good. That's all good. I don't mind that at all. I don't mind that at all. But I do plan on doing this more, okay? Because I enjoy talking to you guys. Now, again, that's where the test comes too. There's going to be times where maybe I'm facing something and I just don't feel like talking. Right? Just don't feel like, or maybe something's happening in my life and I just don't feel like streaming. That could happen. And when times like that happen, I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to react. Okay? So we'll see. So for now, just going till the end of the year. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Okay? Now on New Year's Day, January 1st, I might start a little bit later. Maybe I'll start like at 7 a.m. instead of 7 a.m. instead of 3 a.m. But I do plan on streaming. I do plan on streaming. So go check that out. Hello, Alicia. Hello, Alicia. How are you? Good to see you. And welcome to everybody. And thank you to everybody who's watching right now. Hopefully you're having a lot of fun. And again, now's a great time to ask me questions. Now, yeah, and I could do some silent streams that I would like for sure. You could definitely do some silent streams. So we'll try it. Okay, we'll try till the end of the year. The first week went extremely well. Extremely well. I enjoyed myself. Hopefully you guys had a good time too. So we'll see if we could keep this up, okay? All right, inking time, guys. Inking time. There you go. See, I'm trying to be aware. I'm trying to use my line sparingly on Atreus here. Just trying to use it a little bit more sparingly to get that going. And I might do some more coloring, guys. I might do some more coloring on this channel. And I'm telling you something I might bring back. I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you guys something I might bring back. I am highly considering getting you guys, who are interested anyway, to color these pieces. If you want, and I could show, like we said before, I could show all the versions of the color in the edited video. Maybe even give you a little shout out. If you wanted to give coloring these pieces a try on your end. Maybe. I'm still thinking about it. I'm still thinking about what I want to do with that. So that's a maybe. I don't know. Maybe for some of them. So. But I definitely do want to do more pieces of art with you guys. So we'll see. We'll see. So the fun part we'll be trying to do his hair. It's interesting. So he got the faux hawk, and then he has the smaller hairs on the side. So it's very interesting. Also, he's got these. He also has these like scars on his face. Atreus here. No facial hair yet. Not like his dad. So there you go. Battle Scars. That's right. Battle Scars. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Stream the coloring too. Yeah. I might. We'll see how the things go later in the day. I will tell you guys. Assume the answer is I'm not going to be doing this. But you know the Warhammer piece from yesterday? I actually want to color that traditionally. And I might stream that later today. I might. Okay, so keep your notifications on. Assume I'm not going to. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys to assume I'm not going to. But if you want to join me later in the day, because I actually want to finish off that piece. Like, it's not 100% done. And I was actually planning on doing this yesterday, but I had things to do. So it wouldn't hurt to do some live coloring with you guys. So I'm going to break out the Copics. And finish off that God of War piece. Finish off the Warhammer piece. So we'll see. We'll see, okay, guys? We'll see. So again, that's not a definite. Okay, that's not 100%. If I do that, it will be around 1:30 p.m. Eastern. For a couple hours, okay? If I do that, I might not be able to, but we'll see. Okay, so hit the notification button, guys. Hit the notification if you want to join in on that stream. That might be a bit late for a lot of you guys watching here today, but if you want to join in on that stream, by all means, okay? But that would be the only window of time I have today, because I actually I told you that that drawing is for somebody, and I actually want to send that out to that person sooner than later. Just get it out of the way. So I want to finish it off as soon as I can. So, oh, the hair's spot on. Thank you, Mario. Thank you. I'm working on it, and now I'm gonna just do some. We call this technique stippling, guys. What I'm doing with the hair here, it's called stippling. Do some stippling here. Something like that, right? Something like that. And then sometimes hair goes like this, right? Very slight dots. Trying to get a fade. Drawing a fade is always hard. Trying to figure that out. Trying to figure out the fade. The drawings. So the fuzz going, the fuzz. There you go. Now we having fun or what? We having fun or what? Or what? I never got that or what. There's not some people say that. Are we gonna do this or what? Are we gonna do this or what? I choose what. Why don't we go with what? When are I gonna? You know what? I'll be honest with you guys. I'm probably gonna open the store very soon. Maybe next week. I might be reopening the store, and I probably will be doing commissions again. Okay, I'll be doing commissions again. I know. Holidays are coming up. A lot of you have been asking me to do commissions, so. I might be doing it. I might be doing it next week, guys. Okay, but I will let you know. And again, if you're looking at how much I charge for commissions, I will say the price is gonna be comparable. Look up Transformers artist commissions. So guys like Alex Mill and all those guys, it'll be comparable to that. Okay, it'll be very similar in price to those. Okay. I'll be honest. I'm always honest. I think right now the commission slide asks you how much you want to pay for it, and then it asks what do you want, and I'll give you a quote for what you want. So I might just do it that way. But then we have people that want like these really elaborate, something because, for example, I had someone commission me he commissioned me. If you guys remember those that Star Wars, that Starscream, I did this Starscream commission, and the guy wanted it because his now wife, I believe they're married now. We did this during the pandemic. He used it to propose to his girlfriend. That Star Wars pick, and not only did I do a really great video about it, but I did the most detailed drawing ever of Starscream, double page, and that's not cheap, guys. Because that takes a fair amount of my time. So I will say that the commissions, whenever I do a commission, I usually limit myself to roughly about, depending what it is. If it's like one character, I'll limit myself. I'll time myself for about an hour. So it's about an hour of my time. It's coloring, of course, it's more if it's coloring. But I usually set aside about an hour. If I go a little bit more than that, it is what it is. But my time-wise, I usually just go an hour. Personally, because I got other things to do, right? So, but every commission I can be doing live in front of you guys. Okay, so let's see here. Next questions. Let's see here. Mama's Cuisine. Oh, you make me hungry already. Mama's Cuisine. Let's see here. Draw each of the Infinity Stones. So you just want me to draw stones? I don't want to draw stones. That's not a fun video. Hey guys, I'm going to draw a stone today. I'm not sure what you mean by each draw a character for each Infinity Stone. I see what you mean. So they're just kind of sitting in the gauntlet, like a gauntlet airplane. And I have a character for each. I see what you mean. Now, one thing I might do, guys, maybe on one day of the week. This is what I'm just thinking out loud. Okay, then that's what these streams are for. I'm just thinking. None of these are definite. Because a lot of you have been asking if I'm going to do for Phase 4, what I did. For Phase 4, am I going to be doing what I did with the original, with the Infinity Saga? Right? Am I going to do the Multiverse Saga, the same type of piece? And my first answer reaction was not right away. But, I would say Black Panther, I enjoyed it a lot. And to be honest, in Phase 4, there are a lot of things that I would like to draw. There are a lot of, some more than others. Let's just say that. Some more than others. So, I am thinking, what if I did start doing that? So, I'm thinking maybe one day a week. So, Monday, Tuesday, I would do a piece. Wednesday, Thursday, I would do a piece. And maybe just on the Fridays, okay, every day or every week for the next 14 weeks. I think that would bring us up to Ant-Man, if I'm not mistaken, right? It could bring us close. I would do one MCU property, right? Just in that style. So one page, movie poster style, drawing that, and they would all, like the other mural, would all interconnect. So every Friday, we would do one of those. And we could talk about the movie. Full spoiler movie, right? And we could talk about it, right? So for the first one, of course, it would be, I believe WandaVision was the first property for this phase. So I'm thinking about doing that, right? So we'll see. That's not 100% done though, but I'm thinking that would be fun. I'm thinking that would be a lot of fun for us, just the one day a week, the Marvel Fridays or whatever. And then, okay, good night, Jesus. Marvel Fridays, maybe that's what we'll do. So I'll let you guys know. 3:30 in the morning for Jesus. It is 6:30, so you're on the West Coast, my friend. Thank you for staying up late with me. I would actually say that the West Coast is probably easier to catch these streams than the East Coast. If the East Coast catches these streams, it's at in North America anyway. If the East Coast catch these streams, it's at it's usually later on, like when they're starting their day, because it's around 6:30 in the morning my time. So I always have a hard out, guys, at 8 a.m. my time. Usually I like to finish a little bit before that because when my kids are getting ready for school, I got to bring them to school. So we'll see if you guys are interested in that. I'm thinking about doing that. So every Friday. So that's like a long-term project. We do that every Friday until I do all the movies and films. So because down at heart, like I'm not the most. Phase 4 for me hasn't been the best, of course. But then again, it's like starting brand new for Marvel. It's this new thing that they're building a new world here. They're definitely trying to build something new. So I'm giving it a shot to give it a chance that things will pick up a little bit. Like, of course, definitely it's not phase 3 for sure. But, what is phase 3? Well, we'll see. So I might do that. So that every stream there's a little bit of variety. It's not just me doing the same thing. Then once all the phase 4 stuff's done, maybe we could do something like a movie poster Friday where we'd take a property. Because a lot of you have been asking me to do that, right? We'd be doing movie posters. To do the movie posters of older franchises. So we'll see. We'll see. Roger, I did that already. Roger asked me about Philippine superheroes. I actually did that. I did that when I was in the Philippines a few years ago. But I never released that video. I never did. But if I could find it, I'm going to release that video. If I could find that art, I don't know where it is. But I did do a video where I filmed it and everything. But I did a piece where I drew all of those characters. I did. And I showed it actually on here many, many times. I just need to find it. Actually, not on here because I did it on the live channel. So maybe Roger, just be patient, my friend. So let me just go here. He's happy, yeah. You know why? Because he's being drawn by me. That's why he's happy. No, the lighting is wrong on him. I just realized the lighting's wrong on him. The light should be on this side. So light should be there. I always do lighting on the top left. Lighting's always here for some reason. You could do a vault special like Disney where they would release an old movie every year. Yeah, maybe. Okay, good night, Weblight. Thanks again. Oh no. Oh, Jesus is going. Sorry, I thought you were going Weblight. You said 6 a.m. is your new bedtime. There you go. So for those of you who voted One Piece, we will be doing it soon. Okay, one soon. So don't worry, my friends. We will be doing it soon. I especially have to do it because I gotta show you guys my brother-in-law's, like everything my brother-in-law's doing. Like it's pretty incredible. Like all the statues he has. Like so jealous. All the statues he has. He has all these One Piece statues, and they all look phenomenal. 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 Hello, Tim. Maybe one day he wants me to do Mega Man. Maybe one day, we'll see. You know what's good about streaming live though every day is that when something popular comes out, we could just draw it right away. I don't need to do this highly produced video anymore. Like, eventually all these videos I will do as a time-lapse version later on for the channel. But, we could just, like, something happens or a cool trailer comes out and you say, James, let's draw this today, and we could do it. We could go ahead and do it. So, that's the fun part about doing what we're doing right now. Do. Phenomenal. Do. G99 wants me to draw Hulk. Again? Again? Did you see my Hulk video? G99, did you see my most recent Hulk video? I think it came out in, is that October? In October? Where I was trying to eat like the Hulk. Did you see that video? Because I drew 100 Hulks. There, my friend. I'm a little hulked out. I'll admit to you guys. Just a little bit hulked out. Just a little bit. Though I love me some Hulk. You guys know I love drawing the Hulk. But after that drawing, a little bit Hulk, just a little bit hulked out. Just a little bit. Apple! My buddy Apple. Good morning, my brother. Good morning, my best friend here. My buddy Apple's here. How you doing, brother? Have you played this game, Apple? Have you played God of War? RAGNAROK? Arif has been following me since 1,000 subs. Are you kidding me? That's a long time, brother. That's a long time. Thank you for that, my friend. Thank you for being here that long. That's a long time. I know a lot of you guys have been with me like since day one, right? Well, not since day one. I actually know who was following me on day one. So, there you go. Well, good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Day one. A lot of sandwiches ago. I love sandwiches. Not yet. Jedi is hooked on Sea of Thieves on Xbox and Lego Star Wars. Well, hey, can't blame you for that. Not too familiar with Sea of Thieves, but of course, Lego Star Wars, of course. There you go. Good day, Joseph. Hello, my friend. Weblight remembers me when I eat donuts in my video. Man, was I skinny then. You guys want to see skinny James. Man, go back to those original videos. That was a Furious Pete video. That was a video I did in collaboration with Furious Pete. A lot of you guys don't know who Furious Pete is these days. But Furious Pete, he had this contest, and I wanted to join. This crazy contest. You go, you be crazy. You be crazy. And, you know, you win some supplements. And I did this thing where I was trying to eat donuts, and then I drew Furious Pete. And then he said in his video, I was crazy talented, but not crazy. So I didn't win the grand prize, but I ended up designing his logo. So if you actually look at Pete's logo, I designed that. His logo with the barbell, I designed that one. So it was a long time ago, though. Do. Some of you guys watching it now? Some of you are watching it now. There you go. Yeah, more subs than Subway. I'd love to see it. I'd love to have more subs. Oh man, you're making me hungry now, man. Now you guys are making me hungry. I could go for a Subway. There's a 24-hour Subway very close to my house, so it'd be very easy for me to go to Subway right now. Very easy. So let's get some Subway. There you go. There's a 24-hour Subway near my house, and there's a 24-hour Popeyes near my house. Oh boy, well, I picked a nice place to live, didn't I? There you go. No more music, eh? Let me see if there's any more music. Let me put the music. Did I shut the music off? Where's the music? That's music. Oh no, that's playing. It's just a new song. Let's see here. All right. Here's a really long and extensive question I'm going to answer here. It's from my friend G99. I see what will make what do we do to make a successful YouTube channel just like you? Well, I can tell you how to make a YouTube channel. I'm not sure about successful, but I wouldn't call myself successful, but I would call it a YouTube channel. Like I understand. You look at my sub count and everything, and of course, a lot of you would love to have what I have. I will tell you this right now. First of all, I will tell all of you guys this point in time right now. Things have changed in YouTube. A lot of things have changed in YouTube. Okay? Things are different now than they were when I first started. Okay? So I would never tell you to do the things that I did when I got first started. Okay? I will tell you that today, in today's day and age, subscribers mean nothing. Okay? Subscribers mean nothing. Okay? It's not about who has the most subscribers anymore. Now, I understand why a lot of people are fixated on subscribers, and mainly because it is the only metric that has a reward attached, like you actually get a play button for subscribers. You still do. I still fully believe they're going to change that sooner than later. But whether they do or not, I will tell you that 4 out of 5 people go to the homepage to watch videos as opposed to their subscription page. Okay? Also, if you look at all your videos, for everyone who does videos, you'll also see that people who watch your videos, a good 80 to 90% of them are not subscribed. Good 80 to 90% of them are not subscribed. So just because somebody subscribed to your channel, yes, just because somebody subscribed to your channel doesn't mean they're going to watch your channel. So this, in today's age, do not be enamored with somebody, and I'm telling you, that includes me. Do not be enamored with somebody who has a lot of subscribers, because these days means nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay? Now, I won't say nothing, like everything has value. Billboards have value, right? There's a little bit of value in essence that somebody is saying that they like your channel. So I heard somebody say the better replacement for subscribers is likes. You know, like in Facebook, people like your page instead of being subscribed to your page. They like your page. I think liking the channel that's more apropos to what it is than actual subscribers. Okay, so I will tell you, if you want to build a YouTube channel today, get your head out of the subscriber game. Okay, it's not about the subscribers. It's how many people watch your videos. Okay, who watches your videos? Okay, so when you are starting out, your number one focus, guys, when you are starting out, the number one thing you should do is work on your content. Because I guarantee, especially if you're just starting out, or even if you've been going for about a year or so, and if it's not working, work on the content. That's the number one thing you should do. Work on your content. How you can make your content better. How can you find things that people like to watch, okay? Because you could be doing the same thing for a good 3 years. You could say, I would say give yourself a little bit of time once you settle on a subject. Do give yourself some time to make it work. Like, give yourself maybe 2-3 months. If you find 2-3 months people aren't responding even a little bit, you're still only getting a few views, and those views are people you know, then something's wrong. Then you're not doing something that people like to see. Okay, and I totally messed up that thumb. That looks horrible. That looks horrible. Okay, I blame G99 for that. G99, you made me you distracted me. Okay, so, but even these days, Mario, consistency doesn't necessarily mean that YouTube will share your channel. Okay, so if I was starting out today, I would tell you the number one place to get discovered now is not making long form video. It's not. Shorts, guys. Shorts. I wear shorts. My friends. Shorts. Shorts. I don't like TikTok, James. Well, here's the problem. YouTube went a long time without a really, really big competitor to them. Okay? The closest thing was Facebook, but even then, like, compared to what YouTube offers, Facebook can't really compare to YouTube, okay? But now, with the advent of TikTok in the past 3 years, okay? Now, Musical.ly's been around forever, for a long time, but TikTok especially, when people started blowing up so fast on TikTok, when TikTok made the algorithm so that it was extremely easy, well, I won't say easy, but easier for creators to blow up and gain a following compared to YouTube. For the first time in a long time, YouTube faced some serious competition in terms of attention. So now they have this Shorts product. And Instagram knows this too. That's why you got Instagram Reels, right? YouTube has this Shorts product that they are pushing to the moon. To the moon. Okay? They are pushing it to the moon. So if I were starting up today for you guys right now, Shorts, guys. Shorts. Especially, they are going to start monetizing Shorts very shortly. I believe in February of next year, they're going to start monetizing the Shorts. Shorts, guys, that's where it's at right now. Mr. Beast even said, Shorts. right now. Now that you know that, make short content. It's easier. It's easier. It's way easier, short content than long form. Okay? Now, just because you make shorts, does that mean YouTube will automatically share it with people? No. So what you have to look at, what metrics you have to look at. Watch time is like one of the biggest. Click through rate, watch time. Okay, you listen to any YouTube guru out there, and that's what they're going to tell you. Click through rate, watch time. How many people click on your videos? Because the video doesn't matter if they don't click on it for regular videos. But more importantly is watch time. So for shorts, click through rate doesn't really matter. Thumbnail title doesn't matter with shorts. Because how are people watching? They just scroll, right? So how does YouTube determine who they will share your video with? Well, number one, they look at the people who watch your videos. Okay, so they're going to try to find similar people like that. Number two, they're going to find out how long people watch your videos. And for your YouTube video, guys, for shorts, I believe the minimum is over 100% watch time. Over 100%, meaning that they watch your video and then they watch it again. Okay? They watch your video and then they watch it again. So you got to try to make your video, if you're going to do a shorts video, guys, try to make it loopable. Try to make your video loopable. But I find that people are growing way faster doing shorts videos these days than regular long form videos. Now, don't worry about making money for the first part. Money will come when you start gaining traction on your channel. I would not worry about the money part. Okay? Don't worry about the money part for now. I know some of you are like, well, yeah, I got to pay my bills. Yes, but this takes time. Okay? Don't take shortcuts here. Don't worry about the money part. Okay? Worry about trying to get as many people to view your content as possible. Okay? Those loopholes do get you because they fool you. And then sometimes you're watching a video 4 or 5 times and you didn't even know it. Those videos that people watch 4 or 5 times, they, what's it called? That's who YouTube shares their video with. They're going to share it more with other people, with people who like that content. Okay? And that's the fastest I've seen people grow on YouTube. It's because of shorts. It's not because of regular videos. I hardly see anyone grow fast with regular videos. It's always because they had a viral short. They had a viral short. So shorts, guys. Shorts. I will say that till I'm blue in the face. If you are new to this game, if you want to build a successful channel, shorts. Now, is D Not So Good Artist here? Is D Not So Good Artist? D Not So Good Artist. He's actually doing he's doing better than me on YouTube right now. He's doing extremely well on YouTube. You could be faceless on YouTube these guys. You could be. You definitely could be. Though you might be risking the long term. I will tell you this. You might be risking the long term if you go faceless on YouTube. Because what happens is, if you have a face on YouTube, you have something that people can relate to. Or if you don't want to show your face, at least talk in your video so they know who you are. Because sometimes art trends, they fade and they go away. Okay, and that's from a guy who does a lot of art challenges. Art challenges are here today, gone tomorrow. One day everybody wants to see that challenge. Next day nobody cares about that challenge. So it ebbs and flows in that sense. If all your channel is just your hand in your art, they never get to know you as a person, and then they don't become your fan. Focus on creating community, all right? With your long form videos, okay? It's not about the views. It's focusing on creating a community, people who will listen to you, people who get to know you, get to understand you, and will support you. That's the fans you want, okay? You don't want fans that just come and say cool art and then leave. You want fans that will be there for you and talk to you. Like you guys here who are watching right now, you're my true fans. You guys right here, you're my true fans. I won't even call you friends. You're my friends, right? You're my friends. I hate the word fan because it's like, oh yeah, I'm this guy. No, you guys are just like me. You're here. You just want to draw. We're just want to have a good time. It's just I call these like buddies hanging out, right? That's what these streams are. Like just a bunch of buddies hanging out. We're friends here, okay? So you want to build that. You want to build that community, because community will help help with the longevity of your channel. Okay, best friends for life, Wildlife. That's right, best friends for life. Yep, call me Uncle James, guys. Uncle James, right here. Uncle James, right here. I'm definitely an OG in this sense. I'm definitely older than a lot of these youngins out here, as we say. So we'll see. But I would say if you do long form videos, focus on creating community. Get the people to know you, who you are. Because I'll tell you guys right now, you don't want to grow the way I did. Okay? You don't want to grow your channel the way I did. How did I grow my channel? I grew my channel with viral videos. And that's a nice thing and a bad thing at the same time. It's a good thing and a bad thing. Okay? There was a point in 2018 which Mario discovered my channel. Thank you. Well, the good thing about viral videos, I get awesome guys with like Mario here who found me through those viral videos and stuck around. And thank you for that, Mario. Thank you, and a lot of you guys too. But the problem with viral videos is a lot of people will just watch them and they'll hit subscribe because it's a cool video, but they never aren't really interested in your other stuff. So what happens is you will get guys like me with over 1 million subscribers, but then the views on their actual videos, you're only looking at like 10 to 50,000 10 to 50,000 views, maybe, which is a lot of views for some of you, for sure. But for a guy with like 1.5 million subs, like, why don't you have more than that, right? They usually say for your sub count, you should have about 1/10 of those should be like video views. So I should be at least getting 150,000 views on a video, but I don't, right? So that's you know, so you don't want to grow that way. It's not, I'm telling you, it's great having a viral video. It's fantastic. But then you got to figure out how to retain that. How do you get those viewers to come back and watch all of your stuff? All of them, right? So if for your long form videos, work on creating community. See what they want to draw or what they like seeing you do. How are you unique compared to everybody else doing what you're doing? Okay? That's what I would do if I was starting a YouTube channel today. And for you too, okay? Don't get caught up in the views. Don't be, because you're trying to build. I would say at this point, for you guys with YouTube channels right now, it's not about the views. Look at the comments. What are people saying? What do they like? And then do more of that. Okay? That's how I would start if I were you. See what they're saying, look what they're saying, and do more of that. And it goes without saying, look at the people that you want to do their type of content. Do some research. You want to be like a certain channel. Okay? Look for the ones that are successful. Okay? So I will tell you guys right now, you want to be a drawing channel? Don't look at my channel for advice. You can listen to me advice. I'm going to actually tell you, don't look at my channel for advice on how to blow up your channel. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. I am not in 2022. In 2022, I am not the best example of how to example, but I can tell you how to do it. I'm not the best example of how to blow up your channel. Okay? There are other artists right now that are doing way better than I am view-wise. Okay? Extremely better than I am. Go see what they're doing. Go check out who are the top artist YouTubers right now in terms of views, not subscribers. Views, okay? And see what they're doing. How are they making their thumbnail? How are they making their title? All of that, okay? And see what you can learn from them, okay? That will get you on the right track, all right? So I could talk for hours on this subject, and I have before. Like, I've taught courses on this. I could talk before. Yeah, Jazz is definitely one of them, Mario, but there's a whole plethora of other new artists that have been coming up over the past year that have got the game. Like, there's like hundreds of them. I've been watching like hundreds of these brand new, like these young up and coming YouTubers these days, and stuff they're doing is incredible. The way they interact, especially with the younger generation, the Gen Zers, It's really awesome. So yeah. Hopefully that helps. Joseph, thank you for the super chat, my friend. I appreciate that, brother. Super chat said James is still you're the best. You're the best, Joseph. You're the best, Joseph. Best box office art. You're the best, Joseph. You're the best. So thank you for that, my friend. Thank you. What time is it now, by the way? It's 7:00 already. Usually, guys, when I start a piece, I'm very lax. I'm very what's it called? I take my time. Like this piece, I really took my time. Though at the same time, I take my time, but at the same time, I do need to. I will need to hurry up tomorrow because I only want to do. I only want to do one property for 2 days, a maximum of 2 days. I really don't want to work more than that. There might be another stream today I mentioned before because I want to finish off that Warhammer piece. So I might do one a little later in the day, depending on my schedule. Okay, so I have some meetings at 12, and if I have time, I might have a 2-hour window where I can come back here and fix it up. One second. Just responding to a message. There you go. So let's do that. All right. Now let's go back here. Raika Staika 248. So can you please make more Attack on Titan's videos? There you go. That was a lot of fun. The Attack on Titan video. Maybe one day. Maybe that was a lot of fun to do. But I did the two that I kind of wanted to do the most already, which is the Colossal Titan and the. One second here, guys. Just putting my camera back up. The Colossal Titan and the Armored Titan. Those were the two I wanted to do the most, but we'll see. You never know. It's one of those things where in this channel, it's more about the demand now. So if everyone demands, like this God of War piece, this actually wasn't on my radar until a lot of you guys in the stream said you wanted me to do it. So I'm like, okay. It looks very cool. Two things have to happen. Number one, you guys want me to do it. Number two, it's got to look cool. Okay, it's got to excite me. And that's what these streams are about. Of course, we'll have times where I got to draw these like wacky properties just for fun. But for the most part, I'm just going to be drawing what we like to do. Okay. Let's see here. Kurt Torres says 7 p.m. or a.m. It's 7 a.m. my time, my friend. So I wake up at 3 a.m. I wake up at 3 a.m. I get everything ready for the stream. Have a little bit of caffeine. I'm good to go. And then excited to hang out with you guys for the rest of the morning. So it's 7:02 right now. My kids are going to be waking up shortly to go to school. I just need to get more reference for his legs here. Get some leg reference. Get some leg reference here going. Atreus, where's your legs, Atreus? Where's his legs? Oh, here we go. I found a turnaround. Yes, I found a turnaround. It's nice to see the turnarounds. I should have just looked at that in the first place. Okay, so a lot of things going on here. Trying to figure this out. Let's see here. Roger says, I think I started watching you with your animated Marvel style. There you go. Which I'm going to be doing more of. Like I asked you guys earlier, what... Okay, because, again, guys, because I do no longer have my editors with me, I just wanted to do things that are simple, that are fun. Like no more of these, for now, no more of these highly edited videos, per se. If I have time to do them, great. But every edit you see from here on out, it's either me or my daughter's helping me out a little bit too, but she will be eventually going to college. Just having fun. So pretty much just simpler edits. Though I would like the turnaround time to be faster. But like when I was doing the Marvel style a few years ago, I really wasn't working on anything else, so I was able to get the turnaround. I was able to get the actual video out later in the day, which is a lot of fun. Let's see here. So how long does Kasami? How are you doing? I won't pronounce your last name. Hashigaki. How long does one of these take? It depends. Depends on how many characters. Depends if I'm in a rush. Because right now I'm not in a rush. I'm just enjoying myself. Because shouldn't that be what art is? It's fun. See, I'm enjoying drawing this with you guys. I'm enjoying taking my time and just relaxing, and because art can be relaxing, guys. It really can be. Feel like a relaxing. It's like a pastime. Pass the time. It's a pastime. I'm going to pass the time. I pass the time with the pastime. So it's relaxing to me. It's very much relaxing to me. Now tomorrow's going to be a little bit more because tomorrow's going to be a little bit more. Let's get this done because I do want to finish this tomorrow. I don't want to spend more than 2 days on a project, which literally means each drawing will take about 8 hours. That's what we're looking at per drawing. 8 hours per drawing. So that's usually the norm. Not including coloring. So just the line art. Okay. So just the line art. Take about 8 hours. There you go. Let me take a sip of water here. Cheers to you guys. Cheers. Cheers to you. A little bit of water here. There you go. Zach says, Zach Martin Abaco says, you're cool. You're cool, Zach. You're the cool one. In fact, all of you are cool. All of you are cool here. Well, I'm hot. No, I'm not. There you go. Let's see here. Nope, not to get off the beanie. Let's see here. Shalom Kaysen says, I came for the trends and stayed for James. Thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate that. You're one of the few. One of the few. But yeah, guys, just us to hang out, and hopefully I can inspire you guys to do your own thing, right? Get going, get drawing, and then to help turn off the noise, right? Turn off the noise about our criticism that we get. Because one thing I will say now, right? As much as we try to turn off the bad criticism, we should also turn off the good criticism. We should always be about learning and making ourselves better. Okay? So it's not about how many people say, oh, you're the best, oh, you're great. It's about making yourself better. Okay? It's always nice to hear someone tell you you're the best and you're great, and I appreciate for you guys who tell me that as well. But what's more important is that you're learning and you're trying to get better, Let's see here. Abba, Rain 7. I love Yeshua. Enjoying fun, relaxing. Agreed, James. There you go. I'm glad you're having fun. Rakats 4248 says, how are you so good at drawing? A lot of practice. Practice and professional experience, my friend. That's it. Let's see here. Hello, Deck the stuff. Apple says you should do a Bad Batch piece once the new season starts in January. You know what's funny about that, Apple? You know what's funny about that? Early last year, was that last year, 2021? Disney started sending me all of these boxes, right? You know those promo boxes you get? Now, when you get one of these promo boxes, you're never asked to make content with it, okay? Now, they send it to me because, I have a following. Of course, they send it to me because I have a following. And, of course, their hope is that I will share it. I know that. But they'll never tell me to actually say, hey, James, share this on your socials, because they know the moment they say that, and that's with all of these companies, they know the moment they say that, they got to pay you. And, of course, they don't want to pay you. They want to see if you'll do it for free first, okay? And unfortunately, my channel's not good enough for them to pay me for it. So they used to send me these boxes, right? So, and you guys remember, if you've seen the crate I got for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and for WandaVision, I got a nice package for WandaVision, which was great. So that's all well and good. And then I got a box. So all of those I made content for, right? I did one for WandaVision. I did one for Falcon and Winter Soldier. I was pretty proud of that video. I like that video I did for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I thought it was pretty fun. But then I got one for the Bad Batch. Apple. And then after that, I didn't make any content for the Bad Batch. Well, first of all, I will say that when I got the box, it was late. Like, I didn't get it till like a good few weeks after the actual show came out. So they sent me the box, and I didn't make any content with it. And then they stopped sending me things. They stopped sending me everything. Because again, they didn't overtly say, hey, James, make some content with these boxes. They didn't say that. Okay? They never did. But I think the expectation was, I'm going to make content with the boxes. But that particular one, the Bad Batch, I didn't. And then after that, every single Marvel movie thing, I see all my friends getting those boxes, and I didn't get them anymore after that. So it's like, Now, because of that, Apple, maybe I will take that box they sent me. Maybe I'll do it for the next season. I like free stuff. You know, you saw I got one for Loki, right? I got one for Loki. That was nice. I like the Loki one. That was a lot of fun. But, you know, whatever. Hey, who am I going to complain? It's free, right? It's free. As long as it's free. So who am I to say that they should keep sending me stuff, you know? Who am I to say that? Tell you got it late, you can't do it. I should have. I'll say that in the video there, Mark. I'll say that in the video, Apple. I'll say that in the video, okay? So, yeah. You know what's my favorite saying, guys? It is what it is. It is what it is. But thank you to Disney. Thank you to Disney for sending me all those things. I appreciate it. Meant a lot. But whatever. So yeah, maybe we'll do that, guys. Maybe movie Fridays. We'll do movie Fridays. We'll do that on Friday. Friday, I am going to make a movie poster of a movie. To get started. Let's do Phase 4 Marvel to get started. Okay, we're gonna get started with Phase 4 Marvel, and then when that's done, we could start doing like older movies. We could do a lot of fun with older movies and do that. So, because but again, these days I'm not doing the like 100 character drawings anymore. Definitely not doing 100 characters drawing anymore. So Peacemaker, maybe Mitchell. Like maybe I'll do like after the Marvel stuff's done. Maybe I can do like a DC one. Yeah. Maybe I can do a DC inclusive one. But and then that's an opportunity for us to kind of hang out and talk about the movie. Also, talk about the movie. So. We'll see. So I think those will be fun. I think those that'll be good times. That'll be good times. Okay. So guys, it's coming upon 7:13 my time, 7:13 a.m. I don't even hear my kids up. Oh, somebody's getting in trouble. We're getting in trouble. So we're coming up at about 7:13 my time. I don't think I'm gonna get to Freya. So which means I'm gonna have to work double hard tomorrow to kind of get everything done. And I don't mind spending a couple minutes longer on characters like these because they are the main characters, right? So you'll find a pattern whenever I'm drawing your guys. Like the first few characters, they will be more. I will take my time, also because I'm having fun. I'm just having fun talking to you guys. So there you go. Oh, Weblight, sun's gonna get up in an hour. Sorry to keep you up all night there, Weblight. Sorry about that. There you go. Let's see here. So we'll do that, guys. Okay. So this Friday, we're gonna start with this Friday. Let's start with yeah. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay. This is what we're gonna do, guys. First 2 days of the week. So Monday, Tuesday we'll do a piece. Tuesday, Wednesday we'll do a piece. Thursday, Friday we'll. I don't know my days. I don't know my days. I don't know what's up, down is up, inside down. I don't know. Monday, Monday, Tuesday, we'll do a piece. So this one will be finished by tomorrow, and then Wednesday, Thursday we'll do another piece. Okay, Friday, just take one day. Because they don't take that long. I'll actually lay it out before we actually do the stream. I'll lay it out before they will do the stream, but we'll do a Marvel movie, and we'll actually discuss. It's like our, John Campy has the movie club. It's our movie club, okay? So that's what we're gonna do, okay? On Friday, that's our movie club, all right? So Friday, I'm gonna draw a movie. So I'm gonna lay it out first, so it's a little bit easier for me to draw. So I'll come prepared. You guys come prepared too. Come where we're gonna discuss a movie on Friday. Okay, let's bring a little bit of that box office artist back to the channel. Why not? Okay, so this Friday we are going. It's not a movie. We're going to be doing. We are going to be doing WandaVision on Friday. Okay, so we're going to do WandaVision on Friday. So your little homework for you guys. Little homework. I want you guys to get yourself familiar, or get some questions ready or comments ready about WandaVision. Okay, and then we're going to talk all WandaVision on Friday. Okay, so Fridays are movie Fridays. Okay, and then on the weekend we're going to do a piece that's just out there and fun. Okay, like for example something like Altered Beast, but it doesn't necessarily have to be Altered Beast. I'm still for all of these things with the exception of Friday, because Friday I kind of do want to do them in order. The exception Friday, every other day, I'm going to get you guys to vote. Okay? You guys vote what you want. Okay? You guys vote what you want me to draw. And I might do a few bonus streams here and there, especially if we start doing commissions, guys. I am thinking about opening commissions, and probably do it next week. We're going to do it next week. All right? Weblight's homework is to watch it. There you go. Well, it's all on Disney Plus if you have Disney Plus. By all means. So, there you go. Is there something I find difficult to draw? Dr. Benny asks. Yeah. I will say I still struggle with likenesses. Now, I got better. I forced myself to get better drawing likenesses. Like before I started doing all those murals, I wasn't that great. In my opinion, like, I know a lot of you are like, James, you're just talking about it. In my opinion, I wasn't that great at likenesses. And even today, when I see all my favorite artists out there, even contemporaries out there, I have so much to learn and to get better. But I learned a lot more techniques now when it comes to drawing likenesses. Ways to think of the head, how to draw the head, ways, what kind of picture references I should look at, like all those type of things. I think I got better at that, but still a lot to learn. So if I say anything that is kind of quote unquote hard for me to draw per se, I would say likenesses is probably right up there. Oh, I just realized I didn't draw the rest of. I want to get the rest of Kratos in here too, guys. So we'll try to get the rest of Kratos in here. My kids aren't awake yet. 7:18. 7:18. Well, I think G99 was asking, and I'm sorry I missed your original comment, GG. But again, no need to spam, my friend. No need to spam. I'm here, man. I'm here to answer your questions. I usually do use a brush pen, but the reason I'm not right now is because I can't find it. My brush pen, I go through like candy. I use so much brush pen. That candy. There you go. Since you've been drawing video games on the streams, Roger says, will you draw Warcraft or Starcraft? I think there's a better chance of me doing Warcraft than Starcraft right now. Definitely not in the immediate future, but I think I will be doing a Warcraft stream one of these days. But we'll see. But definitely more video games for sure. Definitely more video games. So, sup dog? Valiant, sup dog? There you go. There you go. So, do you ever use a grid to draw faces? No. I have done things like there are some people who just take like an iPad and put it up, so you try to like have a side by side, so you have a fair comparison to things. So I do a lot of side by side. That helps, so I could understand the proportions. Sometimes when you're in art school, they tell you to do this. Have you seen that when people go like this, and they're trying to judge by doing this? So a lot of that. I do a lot of that. So faces. Everyone has their technique for drawing faces. Everyone has their technique for drawing faces. So. Or actors. But I'm telling you, man, it's really hard to do it professionally, to do movie posters professionally, because actors have in their contract, they need to sign off on their likeness in movie posters. There's contracts there where an actor has to be a certain percentage of the movie poster. So sometimes you ask, how come this actor is bigger than this other actor here? It's actually in their contract. Some of them, like especially the established ones. Some of them, they actually have to be that big in the movie poster. Some of the posters are like, some of them actors have the thing in there like that. And then sometimes actors are fickle, right? You could have something that's looks 100% like them, and if they don't like it. They could just kibosh it. So I haven't faced that personally. I have had friends who had that happen to them before. But it is what it is, and they have every right. They signed that contract. Those actors have that right. They signed the contract. The studios agreed to those contracts. So power to them. Power to them. That's it's in their contract. So. Actually, that has happened to me once. I'll take that back. That has happened to me once. I drew this picture of the judges of Canadian Idol. I tried out for Canadian Idol. A lot of you guys don't know that. We had a show, like American Idol is not really a thing anymore. Well, I guess it is. I have the series still out, but we had a Canadian Idol way back in the day, and I tried out. And I actually got to see the judges. And I did this thing where I drew them. And then a newspaper wanted to publish my drawing, but one of the judges didn't like how he was drawn, so he asked if I could kind of make it a little better. So I had to spruce that up a little bit. So, and he was right. It wasn't that well drawn. It could have been better. You right? CBB. Remember that guy? CBB could be better. Definitely could have been better. All right. So let's see here. We're gonna go back to Kratos here, guys. Let's finish off the legs, and then we're gonna call it a day. And then I'm going to try to rush. I'm doing at least, guys, I do have to cap these at 2 days max. So if it'd be like one of those things where I'll draw a few extra characters, but smaller. And then if I'm able to do more, great. If I'm not, we're going to cap them. So looking at right now, it might only be like 5 characters, but we'll see. Okay? We will see. Let's see if we got a Kratos turnaround. Okay, this one might work. I'm trying to get his legs. And then, of course, he's got to be holding the axe, right? He's got to be holding the axe. He's got to be holding the axe here. 7:23. My kids aren't up yet. If my kids aren't up in 5 minutes, I have to go wake them up, guys. I have to go wake them up. Okay? So. see, is the music on, guys? Is the music on? Did we finish off the music? Let's see. Did I finish off the music here? Oh, paused? Oh, no, that's it. Sorry. That's it. Let's go back to the beginning then. Okay. Sorry, I apologize, guys. You know when the music turns off and there's not music for a while? Let me know. Let me know, and I'll turn it back on, okay? So let's get back here. Boop, 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 boop. Just putting on my reference. Putting on my reference. Let's see here. I'm looking at Atreus' bow. I think he's using the bow with his wrong hand. Whatever. You know, sometimes having mistakes in your video, it's a good thing, guys, because then you get a lot of people commenting, "Ah, you didn't draw this way. There's not enough buttons and shoo, da da da, and shoo." That's what they sound like. Shoo. What country am I from? Yash says, I'm from Canada. Oh, Canada. I don't think that goes with the music that's playing. I can't hear the music. By the way, guys, when I talk here, I don't have the music playing, so I have no idea what's playing, what's not. That's why I don't know if the music's on or not, so. Our home and native land. You know, here's a fun fact. In the Philippines, my friends in the Philippines, you have to sing the national anthem correctly. It's a law in the Philippines. They really take pride in their national anthem in the Philippines. So if you sing it wrong, if you take artistic liberty with the national anthem, you could get in serious trouble. If you sing that and you make fun of it, like they take the national anthem in the Philippines extremely seriously. So, because I remember, I believe the singer of Journey, what was his name? Arnel Pineda, the singer of Journey. Like, he's the new singer of Journey, which a lot of people didn't know apparently, because Journey sang in like a New Year's TV special, and everybody's like, "Who's that guy? Where's the original singer?" Like, he's been the singer of Journey for like 15 years now. Nobody knows. But I think he sang at like a Manny Pacquiao fight. He sang the Philippine national anthem at a Manny Pacquiao fight, and he changed the melody at the end. And I remember it was a huge thing. He got in so much trouble because he changed the melody at the end. It sounded awesome. I thought it sounded awesome. But yeah, he got in serious trouble because of that. He had to apologize and all that stuff, right? So, well, hey, just means that in the Philippines they really take pride in their national anthem. Yeah, that's great. Good. That's awesome. So you'll never catch me singing that the Philippine anthem. I'm too scared. Can't go to the Philippines anymore. But that is a goal of mine, guys. You guys know I host a children's show, and one of my dreams is to do a massive show in the Philippines, massive children's show in the Philippines, and do it over there at Time to Draw in the Philippines. I think that would be an amazing experience, like a massive show, like tens of thousands of people in the Philippines. I think it's possible, to be honest, but we'll see. You never know. Maybe one of these days. But anyway. Gage says, what kind of marker is this? It's a permopaque marker given to me by my friends at Sakura. That's the Sakura logo right there. So thank you to my friends at Sakura for giving me these pens and giving me all my art materials. Shout out to my buddy Wayne there. So here's an interesting question from my buddy Mario. Is it okay to mix pen and pencil in a drawing, shadows and details, without erasing the pencil? A mixed media drawing, is it okay? Of course it's okay. Like, I am drawing in a comics, quote-unquote, comic style, Marvel style that we use when we are making comic books. However, these days, you can draw comics any way you want, really. The old inker, colorist, those days, like, it still is a little bit of the norm, but not really. But at the end of the day, art is art. So if you like the sketch lines in there, or if you use pencil to shade, that's your style. So you totally could do that, and that could make you you. If you can make it work. Like, you could draw with anything, really. I could draw with a bloody finger for anything. What matters is, it's not the medium. What matters is who watches it and who likes it. Who likes the content that you create. Or the artwork you create. So you could do it that way, but if you find that nobody's responding to it and nobody really cares, it's not generating an emotion out of people, then maybe it's not the best style. But I could totally see that working there, Mario, for sure. In fact, like a lot of the people that do those realistic pencil drawings, sometimes for the darks they do use ink, like for places that they need like absolute black. They do use ink there. So it's definitely possible for sure. Let's see here. Koi Rami says, can you help me find a good tutorial for adult learner without any drawing experience? I really like how you can create the Marvel look with anything. Sure. I'll tell you something, Corey. There's a great website that I know that will you just say what kind of artwork you like to do, and it'll find it for you. It's so amazing, this website. In fact, I think they're going to say it right in the chat right now. That website in the chat right now. They're going to say what website that is. If they don't, I'm going to spell it out for you. But they're going to tell you what it is in the chat. That website I'm referring to. Wonderful, wonderful website that you could learn how to draw any art style. Any art style. There we go. Mario got it. There you go. Yeah, just Google it. There you go. Now, okay, so I'm just playing with it. But yeah. It all starts with the Google. And to be honest, if you ask me that question on the street without doing the Google joke, okay? If you ask me that question on the street without doing the Google joke, you know what I'd probably do? I'd probably go to Google myself. Oh, you should go to this website, and I'd look it up on Google. But then again, I probably have the eye to tell you whether an art, a tutorial site, it looks better than others. Okay, so I understand that. I will say, if you have a little bit of money to spend, things that are very inexpensive is things like Skillshare. David Finch has an amazing course on Skillshare, guys. David Finch has the amazing thing on Skillshare. You have what's it called? In fact, guys, just go to David Finch's channel. It's got hundreds of tutorials. You wanted to learn how to draw the comic style? Don't learn from me. I'm not teaching you nothing here. I'm just drawing away and yapping my big old mouth here. But David has real tutorials on his channel. Go to Dave, and talk about a guy who was able to make an extremely long career in comics. Dave's your guy. So go to Dave's website here. All right. But also, if you're looking to spend a little bit more money, a little bit of money, you could go to Bobby Chew. Bobby Chew's channel. That's another one. Go to Bobby Chew. Schoolism. Go to the Schoolism channel, guys. If you're looking to getting into painting, concept art, all of that, Bobby Chew, even just on his YouTube channel, you could learn a lot. Just on the YouTube channel. Okay, so that's another one, Bobby Chew's YouTube channel. Just Google Bobby Chew, CHIU, or you could look up Schoolism. And again, I always say, if you want to be a concept artist, I always say this because I always say it and nobody does it. Go to Feng Zhu's channel. Feng Zhu He was a concept artist on Transformers. He was a concept artist on Star Wars. Okay, he did Revenge of the Sith. He was one of the main concept artists there. And he has a school, but he also has a really awesome YouTube channel. It's called FZD School, or FZD School. And he has hundreds of tutorials there. If you are into digital art, I always tell everybody, if you want to be a concept artist and you don't want to go to school, at least go to that channel and do every single one of his tutorials. Because every single one, he could charge mucho money. Mucho, a little Spanish there. Namo. Mucho money for that. So do that, my friend. Do that. Okay, so lots of resources out there. Off the top of my head, those are great. But then, if you don't like those, go to my good old friend, the Googs, as I like to call it, the Googs. There you go, Pentagon King. Good to see you, my friend. That's one I'd like to draw, by the way. Talk about Transformers. I'd like to draw. Take my hand on drawing. Maybe before I go to a TFCon or something like that. Maybe I will do a most detailed drawing ever, a Predacon. That's one I've always wanted to do, but I never got around to do it. So, if I decide to go to a Transformers convention this year, I might do that. Bobby Chu, there you go, Koriamis. There you go. He's bowling right now? Predacon's bowling. Watch me in bowling. What a combo. I like that combo. I like that. You know, when it comes to my bowling jokes, I think you'll all be spared. I know you didn't like that joke. I don't want you all to go on strike. Never mind. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. There you go, Karamis. There you go. There's quite a few. But the easiest are the YouTube channels for now. You don't have to pay a dime. But their courses are amazing as well. So if you have a little bit of money to spend, by all means support them too. You know, because it's incredible. A lot of these creators are giving all of this advice for free. Online. For free. And, you know, take advantage. And if you do have an extra few dollars to support them, like, please do, because, you know, those creators, they work their behinds off to give you those things that they should be charging for free, right? For free. I'm not saying go there and give them hundreds of dollars. No, but, you know, just a little bit goes a long way. So, this is what it is. Let's see here. Enzo says piss in the beanie. No thanks. I can't do that. This is a PG show there, Enzo. This is a PG show. I cannot do that. I'm offended. I'm offended that you asked me that question. I'm offended. Full of offense. Next question. Hey Garv, how you doing? Any tips to being a good artist? Nah. Well, if you want tips to be a good artist, the best thing to do is talk to a good artist. Enzo, I'm not going to piss in the beanie. I'm not going to pee in the beanie, man. No matter how much you want me to. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it, Enzo. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Sorry. That's my Canadian quote. Sorry. What time is it, guys? It is... my kids aren't awake. 1 second. Guys, just give me a second here. Just give me a second. Apologies. Okay, guys. So we're gonna go just for a few more minutes here. I'm gonna have to. My kid slept in a little bit. I'm gonna have to jump in and help out. But So it's time for rapid fire, guys. Rapid fire questions in the chat. If you guys have any questions you want me to answer, please send them in now. Now's the best time because we're going to be finishing up very shortly. Finishing up very, very shortly. So, let's see here. Practice different mediums. You know, I always say leave a little bit of time for experimentation, especially when you're starting out. Experiments. Now, for me personally, like I'm not interested in that, mainly because I'm already established, and I like drawing the way I draw. I just do. I like drawing the way I draw. So this makes me happy. But when you're younger, you could try to find new ways to do things. Okay? And explore more than just the comic style. If I were you, a lot of you are very, very young. A lot of you are very, very young. A lot of you are very, very, very young. And I would try certain things. Because you might want to be a comic artist today, but that might not be true once you start drawing comics. That happened to me. Like, to give you a quick example, we talked about school a little early on. I had a good buddy there. His name's Jazz. He's doing very well for himself now. He came into school, and he was like, I'm going to be a 3D modeler. I'm just going to be nothing but a 3D modeler. I love modeling, and he built... he's one of the hardest workers I've ever seen, too. Like, he would sit down on a project, would not move until that project's done. Like, he would be at school overnight to finish this car model, and it looked phenomenal at the end. He was an amazing artist, modeler. So he's like, James, I'm gonna be a modeler. I'm a modeler. I love 3D modeling. I do nothing but model. And then he took his first animation class. After his first animation class, he came up to me and he's like, James, I'm gonna be an animator. And I'm like, what? This guy, you want to be a modeler. He is so talented as a 3D modeler. And then now, he totally changed his direction. He's like, no, I love animating. It's fun. Bringing characters to life. It's just fun. He really took to it. So, keep an open mind. Definitely keep an open mind. Try different styles. Try doing an anime style. Try doing, doing like different cultural stuff. Try it. And you never know. You might surprise yourself. You might find that you enjoy doing those things. Instead, try sculpture. Try painting. Try it all. Remember, Alex Ross doesn't draw pen and ink for his professional books. He paints. And he was the first one to do it. So, you should just go ahead and do that. All right? Thank you, Dr. Benny. Appreciate that. Do you have any cheap but good recommendations for colored pens and markers? I would say to you right now, guys, that just do what gets the job done at this point in the stage for you. Unless you feel your work is good enough to start showing to other companies, don't get the expensive stuff. You don't need it. You're fine if you're learning. You're fine with even just a piece of what's it called? Piece of lettered paper, size paper. A4 paper, A4. This is A3, right? Just a regular piece of copy paper and a pencil to get started. That's all you need. That's all you need. You don't need these fancy sketchbooks. You don't need these fancy things. You don't. Start there. In terms of markers, I'm not sure. I only started using markers recently. For those of you who watch my channel, like I learned how to use markers here. And I'm not the best at all. Like I just do enough to get by. I just do enough marker work to get by. So. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to leave it there, guys. I gotta go jump in and help get everything ready to go. All right. So, but this is where we're at. is where we're at so far. I did not draw his axe yet. I got to draw his axe. I got to draw. Well, I guess he won't have his cloak here because if he had his cloak, it would cover that particular part there. So lots more to go here, guys. We went a good 3.5 hours or so. 3.5 hours or so. So, oh, Enzo, I'm gonna have to ban you. Sorry, buddy. We went a good 3.5. We want a good 3.5 hours on this, and I appreciate you guys being here. Okay, so tomorrow we're gonna work a lot faster. Like I usually, whenever I start a piece, I take my time. Just getting started, laying things out, relaxing with you guys. Tomorrow will be a little bit more business. Tomorrow we're gonna, and let me just erase what's here. And you know what? It's actually nice, and Alex Ross does this too, guys. It's nice to do a piece. You sit there and you work on it for a while, but then it's nice to put it aside. And then come back and the next day with fresh eyes, and then you could see the problems better. You could see the issues, because when you look at the same piece for quite a while, after a while you're like, I could have done this better. This part here doesn't make sense, and then you could adjust. Because sometimes he would even just do a layout, leave it, and the next day come back and then draw, right? So that's usually how it's done. So. Okay, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Everyone in the chat, thank you for watching. You guys are the best. We'll be back. I might be back. Capital M. Might be back later in the day. So just keep the bell on if you want to join me later in the day. Might happen, but it might not. Okay, so if you don't see me later today, I will see you tomorrow. 4 a.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. Pacific time, and wherever that translates for you in the world. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I love you so much. High five here, high five here. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. My name is James. I am the box office artist. I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Goodbye. If I know how to turn this off. Goodbye. I didn't turn this off. Goodbye. How do I stop this thing? How do I stop? There you go. Goodbye, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Oh. How do I turn this off? There you go. Goodbye. Goodbye.